3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 152 of the KBMOD podcast. As you can see, no Scott or Nick today because they are fuckboys of the highest order.
Very true. Very
but
true.
We do have a guest today. Goldglove has joined us, an old friend of many members of the cast.
An old friend. I'm the youngest one here.
But we've known you for quite a while.
That's true. That's true.
You're old as shit. You're about to die.
In YouTube years, you're like 70.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's accurate. Jesus, I've been around. Yeah, I'm fucking ancient. You guys are right. But thanks for having me. This is the first time I've ever been on here, so I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. Except for, you know, I'm not new to podcasts in general, especially for those of you who are listening and they're new to me. YAGB with John. John's big fat cock back in the day. So,
which stood for "You Are a Gay Bear."
That's not what it stood for. It's not what it stood
for. Strongly disagree.
So,
pretty sure I know how acronyms work, and that is an acronym for YGB. So,
really, unless you can provide proof that it's not.
I think that was actually a joke back in the day. I think "You're a Gay Bear" was something Hutch did. I think he made videos.
I think you're completely making this up. Like this
I'm gonna find this. I am gonna risk the integrity of my Google search history to Google "You're a Gay Bear."
It's gonna be a lot of hairy, hot dudes coming up from that search right now. I'm sorry, stream. They're already so mad at me. The date, all right, you bastards, is August 3rd, 2014 for the audio listeners later on. And yes, we are sponsored by Blue Microphones. They make microphones. Some of us use them.
Endorsement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strong.
There you go. Are you happy now, stream? Are you happy?
Marketing specialist.
They were up in arms about it. They were furious. Is the date like a big thing every week?
Brandon made a big deal out of it, and Scott doesn't like it, so they argue constantly at the beginning.
Why wouldn't Scott like the date? What's wrong with that?
Scott.
Because Scott doesn't care about posterity. He lives his life a minute at a time, and when he goes to bed and wakes up the next day, it's just a brand new day, no recollection, memory of a goldfish.
When you put everything into perspective for him, it just shatters his mind.
All right.
You can't deal with the reality where there is a past that people want to visit and reminisce about. So
well, he does live in Los Angeles. I mean, isn't that everybody that lives there?
Yeah,
it's just
wub.
A year, yeah, exactly. A year in Los Angeles is what, 7 months, something like that.
Yeah,
fucking goes by extremely. Yeah, so
lives his life one wub at a time.
He does. He does.
That he does.
One hardstyle drop at a time. God.
yeah, they're insane.
So, we always start this podcast by talking about what video games... Tweaknuts, thank you for the subscription. Your name is Tweaknuts, so I wanted to say that.
Tweak those nuts.
We always start out with what we've been doing / playing this week. And let's go ahead and start with John this week. We'll start with you, sir.
I've been playing some of that Hearthstone, getting that knack stuff out of the way.
I didn't buy it yet.
Did you get the heroics done?
No, I haven't even bothered with it yet. I've done what's her name? Lotheb. I've done Lotheb. But I haven't really done anything with the rest of them. Been playing some Arc-Age the last few nights just to mess with it since I'm not playing. I'm waiting for everybody else to finish leveling in WoW so we can raid. So I'm just playing like every MMO that I have, which is like 97 of them. I have this, I have Rift, I have WoW, I have like 47 different MMOs. Terra, I have Terra installed as well.
Are you still paying for many of these? How many subscriptions do you have going right now?
Only WoW.
Okay, all right.
Rift's free to play.
So you don't like ESO? You don't like ESO?
No, I didn't really care for it that much.
That was a troll.
I have an unopened copy of ESO.
That
right
was
here
a
on my
troll.
desk.
I did. I played a little bit of Call of Duty Ghosts on Xbox One last night. That was a stellar decision to make me realize how much better every other video game is.
Can it be described as playing?
No, the game was playing me. It was emotionally playing with me.
Emotionally.
Still $60 in the stores, by the way. I saw it today.
Is it really?
It's definitely
Full price.
It's definitely not worth $60 at all.
Definitely
It's
not
just,
worth
it's
any
just
money.
terrible.
You know, that pisses me off because then there's the Last of Us remaster that just came out and that was $50. And I would have paid 70 for that. Like, that's just, ugh. That's silly.
Well, if
By
you
the
look
way,
at...
I've yet to play Hearthstone.
Oh my god.
Does that make me just a terrible person?
You probably should play it.
No, it generally
it's
makes
such
you
a-
a happier person.
A person
That's
with
such a
more
good
money in
streaming
your
game.
pockets as well is what it makes you.
Yeah, a person with more dollars, generally a person who's less likely to like maybe bring a gun into public and use it.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. I used to be an avid Magic the Gathering player. I loved it. And so will I be able to play Hearthstone pretty
Yeah, the
well?
concepts
it's-
are very, very translatable.
it's much
Hearthstone's a little bit
simpler.
more streamlined and simpler, but you can really see the similarity big time.
Okay.
People that used to play Magic, there are a whole bunch of like other people that used to play Magic when they're talking about Hearthstone, they will relate almost everything in Hearthstone back to a Magic card. So
Okay.
it sounds like more or less all of the concepts, you know, are more kind of taken from Magic, but they're like streamlined. It's a little bit easier to understand, easier to get into.
I'm sure there's those Magic the Gathering players too who are just elitists, like fucking Hearthstone's for children.
That's definitely
It's like-
possible.
it's like
Some of
Dota
those
2
have network.
versus Dota 2 versus League of Legends. I'm assuming it's the
There
same
are.
concept. Yeah.
Very much
There's
so.
lots of Magic players that have switched over to Hearthstone though, just because there's money involved, money in it now and stuff.
Right.
Well, in Hearthstone, like I think you have confidence that Hearthstone's going to be supported for a long time because there's already a big player base, and like the Magic online games probably don't have nearly the player base Hearthstone
And
does.
Magic 2015 is terrible.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
too.
That's what I
bad.
hear.
It's really bad. Yeah.
I've also been playing some League of Legends here and there. That's about it for me.
All right. All right.
Mm.
I heard you bought a lot of people mount your friends, though.
I did. I had a few drinks Friday evening.
Yeah,
and
you're
I
doing
think half of my friends list on Steam received.
Wasn't that the best game you played this week, though?
I haven't played
The
it yet. I just
last-
bought it.
He just bought 30 copies of it.
Why didn't you buy me one? I bought it Friday. Where was my copy?
Because you probably already owned it.
Well, I do, but
Yeah,
I
just went
bought
through
it
and
Friday
looked
on the
for a
stream.
bunch of people that didn't own it, and I just bought
Oh.
it for them
dude,
because I was
the-
drinking.
You left me
That's
a
seriously
really
the-
nice message when you gifted
I
it to me.
did. I did. You can read that message if you'd like.
I'm not reading anything.
Please read the message, Brandon.
You're not
You-
saying it.
one of you can read it. One of you can read it. I'm not repeating that.
I'll read it. Take a
It's in-
screenshot and
it's
send
in
it. I'll
chat.
read it.
It's in chat.
Oh.
It's in the chat
Oh, it's in
already.
the chat.
This
All
is the
right.
message
good
Brandon
one.
received.
Do you want me to
from
read
when I
it?
bought him this game. So.
All right, I'll read it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Quoth the John. Dear nipple shitcock, nipple cum fuck shit.
You can't even make it through.
Giggity giggity, cum piss. Sincerely, John.
Beautiful. Just well said. Well
I tried to
said.
keep it together, but
It's the best.
Giggity giggity cum piss.
Yeah, well.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I shudder
My
to
bad.
think what the messages you left other people
I
were.
don't think anybody else got one.
No, I got one.
no, somebody screenshotted
Mine
one and
was-
tweeted it.
Yeah,
Forget
it was
the
me. It was pretty good. It wasn't that strong, but I have to wade through all of the retweets from Gassy retweeted something of mine, so therefore all of my mentions are just favorites from that one tweet for like 6 years.
that
He has a jillion
happens.
followers.
How much is a few? Roma asks. I spent $115 on a $4 game. That's how many people received free copies of the game.
So
I had drinks. Yes.
my message was just in all caps. Nick, hey man, PP, line break, comma. That's what we have.
But dude, that's the best $4 ever spent, or $100 and whatever dollars.
Did you
That
put
game
your-
is so much fun.
Did you put your face in the game yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
I was at the point we started playing it. I was too intoxicated to even figure out how to do it. So I just made some dude with a paper bag on his head and a banana cock or something. But it was worth it.
I'm pretty
So-
sure they all have banana cocks.
No, you can legitimately put a banana cock on them.
Oh
Like
wow!
they all rotate. Like,
This
and they
game
look
just
like bananas.
the new meta of mount your
Oh,
friends.
dude, it gets
Banana
so
cock.
good. It gets so good.
I haven't
game
even
was
started it
fantastic.
yet.
We did a launch stream of it and had everybody in KBMOD's face on all the dudes.
That's
so.
amazing. I got to do that.
Smothering each other's faces and dong physics for a good 2 hours.
Dong
Great
physics.
dong physics, though. The dong
Right,
physics
yeah,
in that
the
game
best
are
dong
like top
physics.
tier.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
good
They are
point.
better than
And-
Rust dong physics.
And they open themselves up to some really interesting DLC possibilities.
Yes.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
The one time I will not be mad about DLC.
Mount Your Friends
have to-
came with online play immediately. So,
Yeah, I did.
props to that.
Jesus.
Nikon, what have you been playing this week, sir?
So, in my quest to get more exercise and be less of a fat ass, I ordered a DDR pad, and I've been looking for interesting ways to use it. So I played some CS:GO with WASD mount.
Wow, really thought that was going to Crypto the Necrodancer.
No, well, I played that
Well, it
too,
went
but-
there, but
But I'll tell you this: I played COD. Oh God, kill me. CS:GO, WASD
Ooh.
mounted to this DDR pad. That's really hard.
No way.
And then I used a controller to aim because I couldn't reach my keyboard and mouse, and it was a lot of fun, but it's really hard. So
I would never even
But-
attempt that, man.
yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
I would have thought about it and then got another beer. That's just, I'm at that point in my life. So.
But
look down at the pad. Look
Yep,
at beer.
maybe
Look at the
tomorrow.
pad.
But I played that. I played Aliens Colonial Marines on my 12-hour stream. I finished that game.
Why'd
What?
you do that?
You
Why would
finished
you do
it?
that?
You
Yeah,
are
I
a
finished it.
stronger
You might be the
man
only
than I
person
am.
in the universe
You are
who
a
did
stronger
that.
man than I am.
I don't think the
Well, see,
developers
here's-
finished that game.
Here's the thing about that game. When I saw the GIF of someone like just watching an alien run past him, I went, "How can I play this as a pacifist?" And I ran through half of the game.
Yep.
There were levels where I killed like 8 things, and that's because I had to. So I probably beat it in half of the time you were supposed to if you actually go through and kill everyone.
Yeah, the problem was I did that too, and then all the story triggers in the game broke. And so my dude who was supposed to be leading me through that part of the game just disappeared forever. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm out. This game's terrible." Even
This
the
guy's too
AI was
fast.
like, "I'm out of here, dude. Fuck
This
it."
guy's too
I
fast.
haven't
Just go
played
sit
it.
here and get eaten.
What was wrong with that game? I never played it.
apparently the
Wow,
worst
what
game
was
ever
right
made.
with that game?
Okay.
So it was made on money that was supposed to be used on Duke Nukem, and then forever, and then Gearbox allocated it towards this game, and then they were like, "Ah, fuck that! Put all the money towards Borderlands 2," and they were like, so this game was made on a shoestring budget, made from like 4 different studios, had an epic trailer at E3, epic, the year before it came out, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, a good Aliens game," and then it came out. And,
Apparently the
dreams were
demo was
shattered.
better than the actual game too.
yeah, so like there's aliens everywhere, which is the first bad thing about it. Which,
Yeah, that's
if you've
already-
seen the Alien movies, we've talked about this before on here. There should be like 3 aliens you see the whole time. Like,
Right.
it should be the threat of aliens that makes the game good, and that's what we're hoping. Alien Isolation, the new game, that's what we're hoping that is more of a horror game. So we hope that's what the new one is, but this one's just aliens everywhere, and whoever programmed this thing and the triggers just like had no idea what they were doing. I went into a hallway once just to trigger the AI companion I had. He ran through, killed all the aliens, then just ran back and forth for 5 minutes. Just like ran back and forth. And this is constantly in the game, like stuff
From
like
what I
this.
understand, the AI
wow,
is
man.
like the worst thing that's ever been made, ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the aliens will
It's
like walk
terrible.
right past you without
Yeah.
even seeing you. Like somebody just linked a GIF of it in the chat.
The-
It was really good, but
Yeah.
they'll just like totter past you, like just walking like a goofball. It's
Yep.
not.
They don't
good.
even see you half the time. They just
Yeah.
like run
I'm
Yeah.
past.
watching it right now.
It's so bad. Don't play it.
AI.
Although if you
it
can
was
get it
only
for-
like I got it for like $4.
There's a
There was
season
some
pass
kinda
for
deal.
it too, huh?
Oh
Huh?
well,
Better get that DLC, Nikon, since you beat the game.
nah.
You need a little bit of more, a little
Nah.
bit
This
more
video
of
is fucking
aliens.
great.
in your life.
To be fair, the only reason I played it is I listed about 5 single player games I had that I wanted. Well, I didn't want to play that one, but I wanted to just because I heard it was so
Didn't
bad.
want
I
it.
wanted to see it. And that's the one that got voted for. You can thank AJ.
Of
I think he
course.
started a campaign to.
I will
get everyone
never
to vote
thank
for it.
AJ.
That's because 80% of Twitch viewers are just trolls and they want to see you
Yeah.
suffer.
Yep,
That's very
No.
true.
that's true. That's true.
That's
But
why we
I
love
did-
them.
I don't think I played really. And I finished episode 1 of Half-Life 2. Finally, for some reason, I haven't played through all those because I'm an idiot. And CS:GO, and that's about it.
Nice. All right.
CS:GO is love. CS:GO is life.
It is at this point.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of that
Super
recently.
Bowl.
Dude, I have the sickness. It's terrible. Like I just played it before we started the podcast. I was just running through some casual, and because I'm a casual, and I just can't stop. I can't stop.
Everybody's.
And I'm ranked. What am I ranked? My gold 3? Yeah, gold Nova 3. That's what I'm at now.
Not bad.
Which is I got carried there, but still, I'll take it.
That's all right.
I got
more than I
carried like
do,
crazy.
I'm so casual when my PC dies when I try to play CS:GO.
PC's telling you something.
It's like, please stop playing. You're so bad. I'm just gonna commit Sudoku every time, and it has so far held good on that promise. It's been a friggin' nightmare.
Damn.
But
I sucked at it, and then I bought. John linked me those 144 hertz monitors. I bought those, and my game improved just from the monitors.
Makes you a lot better.
Yes, it does.
Yep,
and I was like, this is unfair. It was so much.
Actually made me want to play CS a lot more just because it's so much smoother and you're able to aim so much easier. Like I want to play so much more when it's that smooth.
Yep. Now they just need to come out with a capture card that can actually do 144 hertz.
And I've been saying that to Stan forever, dude.
Yeah, as someone who's done tons of research on that, you can get them, but
oh yeah, there's like $2,000, $3,000 or some shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Just getting.
There's just no consumer version of it yet. It's all pro stuff.
Are you talking about like all
expensive.
the Black Magic Decklink shit?
There's Decklink.
Super expensive.
Decklink can do 1440p. That was the original reason I looked it up, because I have a 1440p monitor that I don't get to use now that I have a streaming PC. So.
No, wait. I have 100. I got mine to work, and I have a streaming PC.
Well, 144 hertz is fine. Higher resolutions were my problem. I have higher than 1080p. So.
Oh, okay.
Which is great, but nothing below $1,000 can capture it. So.
Right.
But
yeah, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say, with the 144 hertz monitors, all you have to do is make a virtual copy of your main monitor.
Yeah, you just mirror it.
Yeah, that's all. And I didn't realize it was so simple, but someone sent me a link. I don't remember who did, and it just saved my life. So it works perfect now. The only issue is I can't, the stream gets really bad screen tearing. I don't, obviously.
That's true.
But the screen, because the capture card can only do 60 FPS or 60 hertz. So the screen tearing on some of the games are so bad, but there's just nothing I could do at that point, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a known issue with that. They just need a card that can do it. Can't be that far
One day, man. One day.
Yeah.
You guys are pushing the boundaries of technology.
Yep.
Yep. Sitting on our
Eventually
ass.
the market will catch up.
Playing video games. Pushing the boundaries. Fucking love it.
Blah.
Yo.
What have you been up to this week, sir?
What have I been playing? Been enjoying the new Naxxramas. I usually clear them on like the first day or the first night they're out. Up to heroic. They're pretty fun to figure out, puzzle out. I haven't played
figured it out on
CS:GO
the very first night.
Yes, yeah, we were going hard. Me and Brandoni. I was streaming and nobody was watching because I'm not known as a Hearthstone streamer. And plus, you have to imagine
It was
like,
also 4
everybody
in the
on our
morning
site
Pacific
probably-
time.
It was 4 in the morning, and probably everyone who was actually awake on the site was also streaming Hearthstone. So it was just like a recipe for 30 viewers, and it was fun. It was good. Me and Brandon were bouncing ideas off of each other, and then it's always fun because like the next day, like Tyler during like his lunch breaks and stuff will come in and like we try to figure it out. And like me and Brandon both finished it last night. We're like telling him, and he refuses to use any strategy that like we already like confirmed. Like, dude, I'm telling you, just use priest for this. He's like, no, I really feel like I can do this with mage. I'm like, dude, please do it with priest. I've been watching you all day. I just want you to beat this. I've also been playing some CS:GO, as I mentioned. It's causing my computer to commit kimono.
Nice.
And I honestly don't know what it is. It's only CS:GO. It's causing it to commit chow mein, and only CS:GO and Arcade. Those are the only 2 games that will cause my computer to just shut off.
I'm pretty sure it's a heat thing with your card then. Because my video card in CS:GO takes the fuck off, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. It's not other games. It's like CS:GO. That's it.
I think we've kind of narrowed it down to a GPU problem, because although it does still happen, I've lowered my graphical settings on CS:GO, and though it does still happen, it happens a lot less often. I can play the game for about 2 hours or so before the computer will shut off. And then if I decide to play something like Arcade, even no matter how much fiddling, it's gone in like 10 minutes. If I turn the graphical settings back up on CS:GO, it'll shut off after about an hour. So I think it's got to be tied to the GPU. I've ordered a new GPU along with some other I desperately needed a new MOBO anyway.
What'd you get, man?
I got a 770.
Nice.
So
I was gonna say, time to just get a new build. Just scrap all of it.
Scrap it all, man.
Seriously.
You didn't just move across the
It's
country or
fucking
anything. Fuck
Seriously.
it.
So while I was at it, I ordered a new MOBO, which I needed anyway. New case. I was gonna get a new keyboard, but I found out that the Corsair K70 that I use at work is coming out with a full RGB version.
Yes.
Which
really
or RGY, whatever.
RGB. Don't worry about
RGB.
it.
The millions and millions and millions of colors.
Lots of colors.
Just tons of colors. And I'm going to wait for that shit, because that is just the definition of swagoo. And I'm pretty hyped for that. Like, I cannot wait for that to come out. But once it does, I will be purchasing that.
Purchasing.
A couple other stuff. My CPU is fine, I think. My PSU is fine, I think. I don't think it's a PSU issue, even though it's a hard power down. But if I'm going to feel really silly if it is the PSU.
When you replace all your parts except the power supply, and it was the power supply.
Yep, exactly.
Then you have a fully new machine, so it's not that bad of a deal anymore.
That's true.
That's true. It's a good point.
In the end.
Very true. Very true. So,
dude, just talking about buying new fucking parts for your computer just makes me want to build one just for the heck of it.
Yep.
Just buy a new one. Fuck it.
Every time.
Don't need it. Okay, let's buy a new one.
Might as well.
I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about just going all out and buying like a stupid PC, but John told me not to, so you can blame me.
Wait till next year if you're gonna get stupid.
Yeah. Wait until there's until there's like new stuff out. Like wait till the 8 series video cards and stuff. Like, why buy something now that's been out for 6 months?
Yep.
Yeah, when the 8 series video cards come out, I'm gonna probably spend at least $500 on a GPU for the first time.
I was gonna get a Titan Z. That's what I was gonna.
There's no point.
There's no reason to buy that card.
Yes, there
Not
is.
unless you're doing like lots of 3D.
What are you,
renderings and
fucking
stuff.
Pixar over there? Jesus Christ!
Dude,
You don't need a
Let
Titan
me
Z.
get it. Just let me have my fun.
No.
Okay.
I'll let you have your 12 gigs of VRAM. Go ahead.
I want to be able to render in less than real time. quicker than
Videos
real
were
time.
made in the past.
Fuck yeah. I want my videos already rendering by the time. I want to be done by the time it's done editing.
I didn't even
You
record
get so many
this
frames
footage.
that
Where did it
time
come
actually
from?
moves faster.
He's
But
living.
I wanted to get a new CPU too because I only have. What do they have? Those hexa-core ones now? I only have a quad.
Well, in September, the
That's,
8-core, 16-thread ones come out. If you want to go hammer.
X-Core is only
We'll
going
go
to help
hammer.
with rendering and stuff. Your in-game performance won't improve at all.
Not for DayZ, John.
DayZ does not utilize more than four cores.
DayZ's a broken
Absolutely
mess.
does not.
DayZ's just
No game utilizes more than 4 cores. I think Star Citizen will probably be the first game that does.
That
it's
game.
gonna have to,
Oh my
from
God,
what I
that's
understand.
So good. I got a boner when I watched the footage of that game.
It's not really my style of game, though, I don't think.
I mean, that's why they have different elements in it, right? They have the RTS elements, but they have the fighter. They have like a game mode where you can do dog fighting. So they're trying to like mix it up. Is from
Wait,
what
which game is this?
That's fucked
Star
up. I hate
Citizen.
Michael.
Oh,
Star.
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
It looks really, really, really
That
cool.
will break your PC soon, whenever they get
Yeah?
it fully working. Yeah.
There was the what?
That's
I
going to
think
be
they
the
have
most
early
demanding
access.
game. That and Witcher 3 will be the most demanding games we've ever seen as soon as they hit full versions, that is.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So I have also played a little bit of Arcade, as I mentioned, since it's in it's like a buy-in beta. Like it's not ridiculous anymore. It's not like pay $150 and then you can play it on weekends. It's now like $50 and you pay and you play whenever. You get some in-game stuff too. But that game is really interesting. I think it's really entertaining. I don't think that not. I don't think that anybody would just enjoy it. I think you have to be a certain kind of person to enjoy it because it's very grindy. It's a very very Korean MMO. But overall, I think it's really good, really damn good. So I've been enjoying it. It has a really unique system where rather than pick a class, you pick three over the course of your first 10 levels. You pick 3 different classes, and then those combine to make a whole bunch of other different classes. So I went with like a shadow play, which is like a rogue, Aromancy, which is some kind of weird caster thing, and fucking witchcraft, which is pretty self-explanatory, and apparently makes me an Eidolon, whatever.
Cool.
It's cool. It's a cool system. Basically, you can switch on the fly. It's like Final Fantasy 11.
The words you're saying don't make sense to me.
No, I don't think they make sense to me either.
That is some nerd ass shit.
It's similar to Final Fantasy 11 or 14, where when you decide to try another class, you can just drop one and start leveling the other. So, really cool game. I personally like it a lot.
Cool.
I've never played an MMO in my entire life.
Just get WoW.
DayZ is an MMO, kind of.
DayZ actually is an MMO when you think about it.
No,
because it's persistent.
But there's not like DayZ doesn't have a
currently...
time commitment though.
No,
MMOs
you can just
have,
hop on
hard
and then
time
hop off.
commitments.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with the DayZ thing. I don't know.
It will be
an MMO, I would say, because right now it's the only thing that's persistent is your character.
That's what is persistent in an MMO.
Well, I mean, I guess
The world is also persistent now, isn't it? Like the items and shit.
Not
like
yet.
Not
yet. It will be. Yeah. It's starting to become persistent. The world is.
The thing is, DayZ is never going to have more than your, like 50 or 100 players. It's never going to be massively multiplayer.
That's
like
not
it'll
necessarily
be
true.
like pretty much every MMO that's not World of Warcraft at this point.
They already tested out. They already tested out 100-person servers in DayZ, and they have a 64-person server going on right now.
Yeah.
Debatably massive.
But it's not an MMO. I agree.
Yeah. Like conceptually, DayZ is not meant
to be fair.
Like, they're not like city centers where people gather and then you do raids and like traditional MMO type things.
To be fair though, like even in WoW or established MMOs, you are hardly with that many people all the time.
It's like 40 at most.
Like it's never the old Terran Mill South Shore, which if
True,
you played
but
WoW 10 years ago, you know what I'm talking
community.
about, but otherwise you don't. But that world PvP type 100 on 100 battle like doesn't really happen now, unfortunately. I wish it did.
Half the fun of an MMO is just sitting in the same city as everyone else and idling, being like, there are a bunch of other people online sitting at home doing the same thing.
Dancing on the mailbox.
Just talking in guild chat, having fun.
All right, Brandon.
Creeps. That just sounds creepy,
dude.
Brandon.
Listen, don't worry about my life.
Sitting around, whatever. That just sounds creepy.
You don't know about me during high school.
No.
I do.
But I knew all my friends who did that. You were probably creeping on them in the city centers or whatever the hell you guys do in that fucking game.
The best part was creeping on people who were actually trying to erotic roleplay. There were people who would do that, and we would go in and ruin their fucking night. It was great.
Every once in a while, I'll still boot up an RP server and head into one of the inns and just watch people's conversations.
If you don't have like a level 1 or 2 character with just a horrible name on an RP server that you've tried to ruin.
Come Tits McGee walks into the inn with AON and everybody else.
I'm gonna load up my RP server right now.
I remember people would always rendezvous in the in like the subway, the tram area in WoW.
Yep.
That was like a hotbed for RP servers.
Yep.
And
the
people got uncomfortable when you stood there and you wouldn't leave.
I will say this, as much joking as we are for WoW and stuff. I actually started playing that shit, and at first I was like, nah, this is stupid. I don't get it. And then once I got to one of those hubs like Brandon was talking about, that's when it clicked, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. It's nerdy as fuck, but it's cool.
Yep. Moonguard.
And now I'm addicted to it.
The popular RP server has a login queue of an hour right now.
I believe we got banned off Moonguard back in the day for erotic role playing.
That is correct.
Is that the proper term?
Yes, that is the proper term. ERP. You will
I'm pretty
find
sure,
people
I'm
in the
pretty sure
hell.
Blizzard customer support has a specific category for that kind of ban.
Were you
Erotic
harassing
RP.
someone ERPing? Yes, I was.
Oh my god. I can just picture John doing that. Just with everything he fucking says.
I've said some bad things. Yeah.
I can imagine.
yes, I have.
Jesus.
Brandon has also said some bad things.
It's probably not true.
Yeah, we all know Brandon's a saint.
He may have typed them out, but he hasn't actually said them.
So let me ask you a question about Hearthstone, about Nax. Since did you raid Nax? I think you did, Brandon. Did you not? How are they doing with? I know I've done Spiderwing, but how are they doing with Plaguewing? Is
I think it's pretty good.
Dance Bro is in Plaguewing? Is he not? Hygen?
Yeah,
Hygen.
Hygen the Unclean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the callbacks are few and far between. I don't think, like, it's cool that the lore kind of aligns with WoW.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really just a hero emote and a few lines of dialogue. There's nothing super crazy. But
they should make
cool
you
to,
DDR with WSA&D during that entire fight. That's what they should do.
What the fuck are you people saying? This isn't English. Man, all this MMO,
You were
RPG,
busy
fucking
playing Gears of War.
WoW,
back
Gank
then.
Mid, Smite, Red Buff shit. It's just is gibberish. I don't understand what the fuck
Throws
you're
a
saying.
MOBA in there.
You've never played League? You haven't played League?
I have played League. That's why I know. all the terms.
I thought the wifey played League or something.
What? No. The wifey. I don't have a wife. First off. So.
See, here's the thing, Brennan, is if we ever got you and Ali into WoW, you'd never come out. You would
that's why I never played it.
slowly rot away. You would never see the sun again because the worst, the darkest times, and also the most fun times were my freshman year of college. I got my roommate into WoW, and he played on the same server in the same guild, and we just fed off each other and would stay up until we would stay up until 7 in the morning, and then go downstairs in our dorm and get breakfast, and then go back to our room and keep playing.
He's dead now.
That's how bad it gets.
Listen, John and I used to
Rip it
play
back,
a character of mine 24 hours a day because John worked night shift. So I would play it 12 hours during the day, and then I would go to bed, and John would play it all night. So, yeah.
That's when I met John.
You don't know the links you will go to until you start playing.
And you get onto one of those erotic RP servers.
Yes.
That's where the real money is.
See, that intrigues me. That's something I would be into.
Exactly.
That sounds weird, but seriously, that would be funny as shit.
I do recall
I could totally get into that erotic RPing.
I do recall.
I would be so messed up.
I do recall in vanilla there were some screenshots floating around of two people who were basically like cybering in the orc starting zone, but they were doing it in general chat. Like you can create your own chat rooms in that game, but it was kind of like hey, is anyone here? And when no one answered, they just took that to mean no one was really there, so they started cybering. I don't remember the exact details, but I do remember that the word pre-cum was used a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Like a lot.
Dan. That's John and Dan. That's who that was.
Probably.
That was
might have
John
been.
and Dan.
There is
Fucking
no
setting
pre.
shit up.
There's no pre.
It
We just go
happens.
straight to cum.
It's
Oh
just-
my god.
He's like literally a 0 pump jump. You've heard of a 1 pump jump? He is 0. He's just 0 to 60.
Jesus. Okay. All right, Ellen.
All right. Well, Goldglove.
I didn't
Brandon.
even go.
Oh, you didn't even go. Shit.
Go, Brandon.
Go, Brandon. My bad.
So I played
Brandon.
Max on the first night. Played through the hero challenges, which was fun. I'm eagerly awaiting each of the next wings. Played some CS:GO. Played some comp. Still really liking that. I have gone from hard swinging to being like really great one match to being absolute trash the next. So I don't really have a pattern down, and I don't really know where I stand. I feel like I'm still really bad at CS, but occasionally I'll do well, and that just makes me want to play more.
Yep, exactly.
But one game that I am certifiably incredible at is Super Ball, and we played a lot of that last night, and my team went 5-0. So
Nice.
I'm basically.
If you haven't played Super Bowl, you should give it a go. By the way, it's incredible.
It's incredible with a 144 hertz monitor too. It's very smooth.
Isn't it like Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball? I don't know if you guys have played that. That's the name of
No,
it. I'm not
Super
making
Bowl's
it up.
better.
Super Bowl's like soccer.
That's what you
Super Bowl's
say.
like soccer with the gravity gun from Half-Life, kind of, is probably
Yeah.
the best way to put it.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah,
have you,
it's-
Nikon? You've played them both. You think Super Bowl is better?
Oh, it's leagues better.
Really?
Super Bowl is
Oh,
the most
man.
fun I've played with any game probably in the last 5 years.
All right, I'll
Like
have to.
CS,
I'll have
It's
to
I
play-
just
had
stupid
fun.
fun, and it's free. It's just like a mod.
It's
like
I think the thing I like
500
about it
megabytes
is
or
it's
something.
really simple. It's basically
Yeah.
just like you can play it just with WSD and your mouse, like right click, left click. It's
Yep.
very simple, very easy to learn.
Superball.net. If you people want to
Yeah,
download it out
Supra,
there.
like a Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
Okay, Super Bowl.
Superball,
Okay. I need to play
Um,
that.
I think that's about it. A little bit of League here and there. I ARAM every now and then.
Alrighty. Goldglove. Welcome to
I'm
the
up.
podcast,
Oh, man.
by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a treat thus far.
What have you been up to this week, man?
This week, well, I got into the what's it called? The Evolve Alpha or
Okay.
early access. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
those
it's the
invites went
alpha.
out.
And that game is just gonna be fucking amazing. I can't wait. I can't literally even talk about anything regarding it, unfortunately.
Super
but
good
it's,
NDA on that right now.
yeah. But it's looks amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. That's gonna be like for me, especially recently, the only games that I enjoy playing. I don't honestly enjoy playing games just by myself anymore. Like I don't hop on and play DayZ anymore. I just look for games that I can play with my friends. So you guys see all the streams that we have. Like we'll have the little crew together, and we'll do like Mount Your Friends was one. We played Mount Your Friends
What a game.
on Friday, and I've been having dreams about it, man. Just sticking my fist.
Those are
in
good
these assholes.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, those
I
helicopter.
dream of that all the time. I haven't played the game yet.
And I was having those dreams
Um,
before. It just became a reality.
So yeah, Mount Your Friends is amazing. I've been into The Last of Us multiplayer, the Last of Us remastered, because that just came out, and 1080p 60 FPS looks just absolutely gorgeous. And it's not like that game even needed it. That game was already gorgeous on PS3, but that seriously, if you guys, I know you guys are PC Master Race, I am too, to be honest, but this is the one game that I'll talk about that's on console that's just because it's an exclusive for those who don't know. And it is just the multiplayer. I mean, the story is amazing, but the multiplayer is so underrated.
I haven't heard anything about the multiplayer, honestly.
Oh my god, it's so
I was
good.
watching you stream it. It looked really good. Like it looked interesting.
Dude, it takes crazy teamwork, and it's super super intense. It's very stealth based because it does a good job of making it have the Last of Us feel. It's not just a generic shooter, which is awesome. So definitely an underrated multiplayer there. DayZ, of course, because I'm a DayZ fanatic and I can't get enough of it. What else have I been playing? CSGO. CSGO, I got the sickness. I have a disease, as my friend Lane he's like, you've gotten the sickness. So we've been playing that.
Dude.
It is, man. Well, and we're still at the point where we just play Dust. That's all we play.
Yeah.
And we just
Are
play
you
Dust.
playing?
with
Are you
callouts.
playing competitive matchmaking yet, though, or are you
Yeah,
just playing casual? Oh, so you
No,
are.
I'm
Okay.
competitive. Yeah.
Because like 2 weeks ago, you told me you didn't think you were ready to do it, and you just did.
Well, I'm playing. I'm still not ready to do it.
There's
feel
bad
like.
people out there, though.
That's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna get good at it, though. Is
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
Are
playing
you
it.
ever
Yeah.
really
Get
ready?
slapped around, yeah.
That's true. But I mean, I'm getting the call outs. I mean, I know all the call outs on Dust, and I'm just starting to get the kind of I don't know, trying to get familiar with the game itself. Call outs and just when
The
to
call-outs are
buy,
the
when to
hardest
save.
part.
They
I feel
are the
like it's-
hardest fucking part.
You feel like you're such a detriment to your team if you don't know the spots that you need to be calling out and like
No,
where
you
should
don't
sit.
feel like it. You are.
He's
Well,
in
I
that
know,
fucking
I'm just-
blue room with the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you
Calling
talking about
secret.
kitchen, you fucking moron? You're like, yeah, no.
I'm just saying,
no.
I feel that's sort of how I feel like in games like League, where you feel like you're a detriment trying to learn new champions because you have to learn them to get good at them. But it's the same thing in Counter-Strike. I feel like you have to play the maps and sort of have someone teach you before you can be good at it. But in that time where you're learning, you just drag down your team. I hate
Yeah.
that feeling.
It's also terrible when you try to YOLO queue things and everybody hates you and is like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why would you?" Because like,
That's why you just learn new champions in ARAM.
Counter-Strike has the extremely unique the extremely unique situation rather, where all of your teammates die, you're the last one left because you have no idea what you're doing. You're on the opposite side of the map where all the action was happening, and then they're all spectating you, waiting for their turn to start playing again, and judging your every single move. And it is the worst feeling. It is the absolute worst.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I feel like, especially because my buddy Lane is extremely good, and so it's so frustrating when I suck because I'm like, he's used to having great teammates because he's way higher ranked than I am.
Wait,
I mean,
so you're queuing with somebody who's a higher rank, so you're ending up playing against people that are ranked near him, or does he have a fake account?
Well, originally, no, yeah, he was. I think he's one rank above me, or now, yeah, he's what is he? He's Gold Nova. I think he's 3 now, but he was ranked 1, I think 2 higher originally. But he started playing with us, and so he's deranked twice. But yeah, that is why I think I was ranked so high, because I only have 20 competitive wins, but I'm ranked pretty decently high. So everyone's like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy a Gold Nova 2, and why he only has 20 wins in competitive? Like, there's something wrong here." So
being carried.
Yeah, well, I got carried, and I played against people who were high ranked. So when I did do well, it was against people who were decently ranked.
I got carried to AA, and that was detrimental to my games after that. Because yeah, Master Guardian Elite was not where I probably should have been. So,
but that game, I love it now. I was so against playing it too because I couldn't understand. I'm trying to get a grasp of all the weapons and all the recoil is just from an old Call of Duty player trying to play Counter-Strike. It's a disaster.
What's recoil? What is
recoil?
About?
Like it's terrible.
What are bullet patterns?
Why is the AK so bad? I don't understand. I unload 30 bullets and none of them hit them. This game sucks.
See, exactly. That was me. So now that I've been playing a little bit more, I'm like, okay, this game's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Someone told me you dropped a bunch of money on skins.
Dude, I've spent like $400 on that game.
That's reasonable.
In a week.
That's reasonable.
And
reasonable.
One night I'm sitting there. I don't have a knife yet, no.
Not reasonable.
Exactly. These are all, yeah, exactly. I have $400, no knife.
You
but
can get like 50 skins or 1 knife skin.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to have to buy one. I'm just going to buy one. Fuck it. I'll just drop the money, but it's my viewers' fault. Like, I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, all right, guys, I'm going to end the stream. And they'll be like, all of a sudden I'll look, $600 donation, open cases.
50 crates of Riot.
Open cases. And $600, spend it all. Like, what? Spend $600 on, what is wrong with you people? I'm going to be here the whole night.
That's when you just take their money and buy a knife.
It's insane.
I know.
It's kind of insane enough for you to spend $600 on skins. It's even more insane for somebody to spend $600 on somebody else getting skins. That is absurd.
I know. That's true. It's true.
That's frightening.
Yeah. But it's a good time. I'm really enjoying CSGO right now and DayZ. Those are pretty much the 2 games that I'm playing mostly. So
nice.
Good times.
Well, let me ask you a question about YouTube and about Twitch, because obviously you started on YouTube. For those that don't know, I'm gonna ride Goldie's nuts for a second here. The first Let's Play I ever watched on YouTube was your Red Dead Redemption Let's Play, like 5 years ago or whenever.
Oh, back, yeah.
So you've been doing it for a bit. Which do you prefer at this point, since you've gotten rather massive on Twitch? Is it Twitch for the live experience, interacting with people, or is YouTube, YouTube's obviously where a lot of money still is, but which do you prefer doing at this point? Which is more fun, I guess, if that's even a fair question. I don't even know.
Well, I would say, first off, money was never a thing for me, so I don't care really where the money is located.
I just meant you have a huge following on there. So
right. I would have to say Twitch, honestly, and the reason for that is because I feel like Twitch is able to it's able to cater to my personality more, to where my humor doesn't come across well in videos anymore because I seem like such an asshole Like, you know, like I honestly, like I watch some of my YouTube videos sometimes and I'm like, Jesus, man, I really am a fucking asshole. Like, do I really treat people like that? No. And then like, but on Twitch, you get to see like every side of me. You know, you're not just seeing me like the highlights. You're seeing me like, oh, in between games where you're like, oh, so this is how he acts when he's not fucking trying to just, you know, fuck with his friends. Like, he's actually a nice guy. So I think Twitch kind of caters to my personality a little bit better than YouTube does. And I just like the live experience. I like to share, like when something happens, I like to read the chat and look at everyone freak out, you know? That is, that's kind of the big thing for me. And so I don't know, like, and then making and editing and all the shit that goes on behind the scenes of making videos is almost just too much to handle sometimes. So I would definitely have to say Twitch. Twitch is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, he just likes raising his dongers.
True.
Raise all the dongers.
It doesn't really translate to YouTube.
No, it doesn't.
Raise all the fucking dongers.
It gets marked as spam in my comments. I don't know why.
YouTube's gotta get its priorities together.
No, you're 100% right. We found when we didn't have time to do like website stuff, not that KBMOD was ever incredibly massive, but we were doing news on the reg for a long time, like news articles and all things, and we just decided after a while people's job situations changed. People got hired at Twitch, people got hired at Machinima, and then nobody had time anymore. So we transitioned to Twitch. It was the best thing we ever could have done. The live experience is so much better, man. Like seeing the chat right now with a bunch of ridiculous shit in it.
See, I said raise your dongers.
Yeah, I know.
I was waiting for the spam. I was waiting for my view. Oh, well, shit.
It's coming. I see one.
I spoke too soon.
I said God bless the mods tonight.
My viewers are trolls. That's the thing. I'm a troll, so my viewers are trolls, and it's they're a little rough sometimes.
Pretty well behaved in here.
Yeah.
Actually, they are being pretty well behaved. I'm actually shocked.
We've had much worse. But I guess I'll finish up. I played the usual. I played a bunch of CS:GO with Brandon last night. I did a 10-hour stream last night. Some CS:GO with Brandon and DayZ and Skyshark and Mike, and we got that's the thing about this game. We were just talking about this. We got our asses kicked, like destroyed twice, and we were still like, let's play again. Let's play again.
Mike was real upset.
Mike was super mad.
Oh, shocker.
There are times when Mike isn't upset.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, it's just varying levels of upset.
Yeah, he was super mad. But then we played the last game we played, we were down like 14-5 or something, and came all the way back and won on CT side.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's like a blast to do. But we just got. I just want to keep coming back for more, despite getting beat. It's like battered wife syndrome with CS:GO.
Yeah, we were talking about the Gfinity Grand Finals today. They came back on Nuke and won 13 rounds in a row on CT side.
That was insane.
Doable.
Like, when you're, I mean, there is the only thing more fun than watching a game like that is playing a game like that. Even just a regular matchmaking game and being like, we can't win this. You know, we're down. We have 3 rounds and we have to win so many on the other side, and then coming back. But CS is the one game where the momentum can swing like that, and you're just your adrenaline rushes.
Yep.
Yeah,
and just think about you won all of those games. Had you not won that pistol round at the first round of the start of that half, you would have lost.
We would have gotten
there's so many
destroyed
little
money.
things that happen in Counter-Strike like that people forget about. Like you won a pistol round with inferior pistols. Like the Glock is so much better. Like it's just the reality
it just
of it.
is. Yeah.
So.
And yet I'm way better with a silenced USP.
You are
way
nuts.
better.
You are.
Yeah, no,
you're probably not firing
gun.
fast enough with the Glock.
That
you
gun
can just
is terrible.
Possibly. It's
the
fine.
USP with a silencer, the king of 11 and 1.
You can just mash the trigger on the Glock and fire super quickly.
Running at people half the time. I also played Rocco's Quest during my stream Saturday. One of the worst Crash Bandicoot clones ever to come out. It's on Steam. It actually has its own emulator built in, so you can play it. It's from 2003. You can literally run past everything in the game. Everything. It wasn't meant to be that way, but you can just do it.
Is that a product of the emulation, or is that like just how bad the game is?
Just how bad the game is. It's got like 1 star on like Metacritic. It's got like
Why do you
Well, I
guys
trust
do this to
everything,
yourself?
man.
Why do
because
you
it's
play these terrible
hilarious.
games?
It's fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you ever watched The Room? Same concept.
Yeah.
It's so
Room
bad
is-
it's entertaining.
Yeah. I also played Velvet Sundown, which our buddy Allsham No Wow did a video of. So, explaining
about
Velvet
that.
Sundown is so hard. It's an MMO akin to World of Warcraft or something like that. But it's scenarios, like not dungeons. It's like scenarios that you do. So I was put on this boat as former criminal Ingmar Anderson, and everyone else in the scenario is a person playing. This is free on Steam, by the way. And all you have to do is you have to solve a mystery on this boat or fulfill an objective, like tail Alex around the boat without him seeing you. It was like my thing. So I went and they gave me a taser, so I just tased some girl. I was like, well, I guess I should probably tase this girl, because you can just go into these conversations and type whatever you want, and you're supposed to be playing the role. And I just typed in I Lamo. It's all I typed to everyone. And,
Hey, I love him.
yeah. And then I was just there was a storyline apparently about some drug smuggling, so I was like, hey, anybody got any drugs? And you're supposed to be all sneaky and play a role, but nope. You got any drugs, man?
That's the best.
But you just get thrown into these scenarios with people. There's no instructions at all. The tutorial is use WSA&D to move, and then it throws you into the game.
See, I like games like that though, because it lets you create your own little story. You know, it lets you RP.
I mean, you'll have to try the game out. It's completely weird.
I'll play that. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And you can play with friends. You can queue up with your friends. Although I don't know how that would work if you were talking to them. It would really break the RP.
I think the key is you would have to just join and then not talk to them, and then you play.
Just
with them,
type in
Yeah,
game.
and then you
Game up
reconvene.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's terrible. But yeah, I played a bunch of Isaac this week, as per usual. That game is too good.
It's
Can't
too
stop
hard
playing
when you
it.
haven't played it in a while.
Game is a trap with
Oh,
that
it's the
game.
best.
No.
man. It's a good way to spend 500 hours finding.
It's a good way
Isaac.
to break another headset. Fuck that game. That just I can't play games like that because it's just rage mode.
Well, the rage is even worse when you've played that game for a long time. You'd think you'd get used to it, but when you have some real good build going and then you die super late in the run to walking over spikes or something, yeah, that's when real rage occurs. But that's about all I did this week. Did anyone see Guardians of the Galaxy? Anyone?
Yes.
I
I
did
was
not.
going to see it
Good.
today, but then we bought a PS4 instead.
I've heard
I am Groot.
You made a mistake.
You did make a mistake.
You fucked
We'll go next weekend.
I've heard
No, they're never showing it again.
I've heard things like best Marvel movie ever thrown at this
Yes.
thing.
I think it was
Yeah.
I think it was better than the Avengers, hands down.
Way better than New Avengers.
Really?
Way better.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's
Way better. I
It's
thought the
re-
Avengers was like good, but not remarkably so. Guardians I thought was remarkably well
Yeah.
made.
it really
remarkably
was.
well.
I'm gonna have
Well
to see
done.
it then. You've convinced me from this.
It was good.
Because
To
I know
be fair, there's
nothing
a
about
raccoon
that
in
comic.
it, so I'm pretty biased.
Yeah.
And he totally steals the show, by the way. And
Oh,
it's
a raccoon stealing something. Wow.
Well, what do you know?
Exactly.
It's still
It's also,
trash.
I do want to point out, this is going to be the nerdiest shit you've ever heard me say, which is really saying a lot. But there's actually an awesome part that I noticed where Rocket Raccoon, I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it, but Rocket Raccoon is piloting something. So he's got this touchscreen thing, and he's going like this with his little raccoon paws, and he's looking around outside of the window. That's something raccoons do in real life, which is a great little attention to detail bit, because raccoons actually have hypersensitive paws. They're about 5 times more sensitive than human skin, and they use that to sort of see without looking. And that's why whenever you look at them
Fucking
stealing food
raccoon
from cats or
facts.
something, they'll be
Just
stealing it with their paws and looking cats dead in the face, do something about it, motherfucker. And they think they evolved that so that they could fish in rivers while scanning the horizon for predators.
Good lord.
And they worked that into the movie. And
you know
now,
fucking much about
And
raccoons.
They did a really good job on him. They
Yeah,
really did.
He's just overall like the CGI was so good, and with those of you who haven't seen it yet, go and see. You're gonna notice that shit. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Bring on the hate. I'm being showered in hate. I don't fucking.
The chat's going crazy.
I don't
just
care.
loves raccoons.
How dare you
them.
love an animal?
They're the best animals.
How dare
They're the best
you?
animals.
Dude, if they weren't so fucking mean, they'd be an awesome animal.
If they didn't kill people's cats occasionally.
Yeah, they're terrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, from a distance, they're little cute little bastards, but man, up close, no, fuck that. No.
Well, they're like varied a lot. Like they swing wildly from like super cool to super asshole. Like
yeah, there's
so
no
it's
middle
just-
ground.
Yeah, no, it's just generally good to avoid raccoons. They're not domesticated animals.
They
Yeah,
make
no.
bipolar
rape
look like a normal thing.
Yeah.
On that note,
Just go look at that picture of a shaved raccoon.
we're
Oh
Wait.
God, that sounds frightening.
gonna head
Trust
into
Any
The worst.
new picture of a raccoon that comes around is immediately linked to me. So I've seen that a million times.
we're gonna
That's
we're gonna
so
head
scary looking though.
on the note of bald raccoon. We're gonna head into a 2-minute commercial break here, and then we'll be back with a little bit of news and then some viewer questions. So we'll be right back.
A goddamn picture.
It's pretty horrifying.
Yeah, it's not an okay. If you go to the Google, if you could just Google image search shaved raccoon, there's some like really scary shaved animals.
I worry about that search. The
Why do you
search
look
results
up
with safe
photos of
search off.
shaved animals?
To be fair, Blah searched gay bears before this
That's
Yeah.
started. So
That's
Actually-
yeah, take one for the team. Your search history is already done.
if
I
you
actually
really
didn't find anything either, so I might have made up that acronym myself, which would make me very clever.
I told you did. You did.
So no, I'm pretty damn clever then, aren't I?
Grab a drink of water real quick.
if you really want to sell your search history, just head over to Amazon and search Great American Challenge.
Yeah.
That's a good one to really
What?
Get it
As a
going.
Twitch employee, I highly endorse this action.
yeah.
I don't
I've had
know.
multiple people tweet me, now you've screwed up my Amazon search results. I hate you.
All your recommended stuff.
Oh, is
like
it gonna
KY
put some
Kelly.
weird shit? Oh my god.
No, it's going to put some great shit.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, wow, that's huge.
Man, that's a challenge.
That actually happened to me not too long ago. Someone linked me like a banana hammock, and I clicked on it. It was an Amazon link, and I clicked on it, and then every time I go to Amazon, there's fucking banana hammocks,
Just dude
and man
peens,
thongs.
just bulging
Yeah,
dude peens,
just
right?
giant studly dudes with giant cocks on my screen. And you know, how do I
Speaking my
explain
language.
something like that? I wasn't looking for that. Like that's not actually what I was trying to buy. Like, what?
Wait, are we complaining right now or are we praising? Because I'm confused.
It's a
I'm
mixture.
complaining. I don't want to see big old girthy veiny cocks on my screen. I'm not John.
That makes one of
Isn't-
you.
Wait,
Cock.
yeah. Actually, if we're having a commercial break, I'll be right back. I gotta get another beer.
Fair enough.
Gonna go grab himself a nice and
Cyber
Miller Lite.
waste. I get body pillows and dildos now. Thanks, FGC. Man, those Blaze Blue finals, just tons of body pillows in the crowd.
Well,
my God.
everybody's got to have their waifu. Damn,
I
love my
really hope a bunch of people
Gotta catch them all.
searched Great American Challenge. We had 2K people in chat, and I was like, this is the time. This is the time to get 2,000
Bring it out.
people to have huge fucking dildos in their Amazon search history.
Sky Shark's just like, you can delete it in your history of Amazon. No, Sky Shark, that makes this whole situation way less funny. So
Yeah,
let's
get
not
outta
listen.
here.
Let's not listen to your well-reasoned and generally pretty helpful advice. Get out of here.
Okay. I'm good. I got my beer.
Oh,
What are you eating, John? It better be Chipotle.
It's a dick.
Habanero ranch kettle chips.
That
Close
sounds
enough.
delicious.
Ugh.
They're delicious.
No.
Yes.
Delicious.
So
They're not really
I like
that hot. Don't let the
habaneros.
habanero fool you. Don't let habanero fool you. They're not
Yeah?
hot.
Okay. Okay.
Actual habaneros are, but like habanero flavored stuff, not that bad.
we're going to start out our less than helpful news section of this podcast. But Goldie was talking about making a monster PC, and this is
Yeah.
partially why we told him to wait. The first story, we are a PC gaming podcast, those of you who are new.
What?
So we talk about PC parts now and then. DDR4 is not yet out, but it is coming out, the new memory standard for RAM.
Game
Super
stands for
fast.
Revolution?
and it is up for pre-order in the UK for a small
Newegg has
fee.
some as well in the US now. You can also pre-order in the UK
for a small fee. So 16 gigs of RAM right now is about 150. Did you say, Brandon? Good median price on that or something? 16 gigs of RAM. Well, if you want DDR4, of course not out yet, can't be used on any motherboards that are currently in the market, it's going to cost you $560.
Reasonable.
For 16
Now, they have
gigs.
DDR
How much
in
faster is
server
it?
boards, though?
It is 3,000. So DDR4 starts at 26 or 2,300. Oh, there is 2133.
I think.
Yeah, the lowest speed is 2133
Jesus.
on DDR4, and it uses less power. But 16 gigs of 3,000 DDR4 will cost you $560. So,
Which you
yeah.
could build a computer for.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Jesus.
Who needs 16 gigs? All of you.
Most people
That's
do
the
now.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eight's fine. I mean, 16
well,
is just a safety
it
net.
looks like-
Eight is
it looks-
okay.
It looks like you can get 16 gigs of 2133 DDR4 for what, 170 pounds? What is that, like 200 something dollars?
Yeah. It's still more
I mean, that's
expensive.
like that's a lot. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of what I would expect.
Yeah, there's
But
no
if you-
heat
if you-
spreader on that thing. It's just like generic ass fucking.
Yeah. I mean,
$286 US dollars.
that's like the only people buying this stuff at the very beginning are people that have a need for it or people that just don't care.
Excellent
So,
point in chat. Why would you buy more DDR4 when you can just download more RAM.com?
That's a good
True.
point.
I
You can
mean,
actually just download another DDR. Like we're on DDR3, just download an extra DDR.
Just download
Just,
Most-
just know, though,
most-
that's the beta drivers for it, though. So
And
be
then
careful.
just download another MOBO to go with it. That'll work.
Yeah.
Most RAM is actually produced in the United States, and the UK can't download it from that far. The tubes are too thin.
It's actually it's a region lock thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have to
Oh
order
my
it physically,
God.
but we can.
Well, I mean,
download
the
it.
light, it just has diminishing returns, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
as it
it's-
goes down the internet pipes.
100%.
you can only download so much RAM.
The physical
Yeah.
kits we're talking about here are only if you can't, for some reason, download more RAM.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay, I
their
got some-
website really gets hammered when new hardware comes out. Their pipes get slammed by downloaders.
Yeah.
They're renting their CDN from Amazon, so
Yeah.
they struggle sometimes.
I got something.
You
for
try
guys.
downloading 3,000 megahertz a second. Try feeding that to 50.
I have.
I fucking hate you, John.
Right. These chips are delicious, though.
Oh my god. I was gonna
What were you gonna say?
with all the new stuff coming out and what's out right now, if I was to say, okay, build me a computer that is just fucking insane, but is not like $27,000 fucking dollars, because obviously that's ridiculous. Just if let's say, I'm trying to think, what would you guys put in just a beast computer if you had
Get you a
no
dual
budget?
CPU.
What would you do?
Like right now?
Dual CPU right
Yeah,
now.
like right now.
Let's do it. Dual Xeons. Let's do it.
Dual Xeons? Yeah, that's like $2,000 a CPU right there.
No,
But those,
I would honestly, I would just wait until September, October when the Haswell E stuff comes out,
yeah.
because that stuff is going to be pretty expensive. We're talking, like $1,000 for a
$1,000 a chip.
CPU
Yeah.
at the high end. But if you had, let's say, like a $5,000 or $6,000 budget, like really high, but not crazy, ridiculous, stupid.
Right.
I would go Haswell E with whatever the next 800 series card is that'll be out probably in that same time frame.
880.
Yeah, and DDR4 does go in the Haswell E stuff that's coming out in September. So
Yeah.
it is compatible with it. So you'd have, $500 worth of RAM in there
And
as well.
From what I hear, you do notice significant improvements with DDR4.
Yep,
That's
much
just
less
the-
power.
it's like
Much less power used too. So
The Haswell E DDR4 and 800 series stuff is going to be a good time for people to build if they have like a 980X or 3930K. Like people that have a lot of money or really just huge enthusiasts that want to get the most bang for their buck. I think Haswell E will be a good spot for it.
Yep.
If you really want to get crazy, put a Game Shark in there.
Yeah, pop a game. Yeah, dude.
Shove that shit in the PCI slot. Watch your game go to the next level.
Dude,
So,
I'm gonna
yeah.
buy two.
If you're having a hard time, make sure you enable no clip. It makes the parts going a lot easier.
Jesus.
That's what the Game Shark's for.
You can check out our build guides on KBMOD.com. They've been quite useful for many people.
That's where I got I found the parts that I wanted to buy for my very first gaming PC that I ever built.
We tried.
It's a ringing endorsement.
I think I think it was Brandon's article, and I read it, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna build this one. And I think I changed a few things, but for the most part, and I still have that actual. I think I still have that same MOBO and CPU and everything in my.
I admire you so much because you went blind into building a computer, and I think you only called me one time during your entire build for your first computer.
Dude.
And I think like that is the fewest times anybody's ever called, because you had no idea what you're doing. I was like, it's like adult Legos, and I think you called me once because you heard a sound when you put the CPU in and you pulled the crank back down and you heard a crack, and you're like I think I broke it.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Okay, well now I just fucking know that CPU and all that shit is just a bitch to put on, but like when I did that, I was just like, oh no, or not.
It almost always makes a sound when you lock it down in there. And everybody freaks out every time it happens.
That is a good instinct because the first time you do it and you actually do lock it in, it can be a little scary.
It can be a little scary. The easiest way to deal with it is to not apply a lot of force. Instead, like gravity do it, climb a ladder and drop it into your motherboard. Make sure to apply thermal paste to all the pins.
Or you can do what Blah did and bend your pins on your 3770K. Yeah, just fuck it. Just break it.
You can just break your damn $150 motherboard like I did. That's always a good policy.
That's what I thought I was going to do. I swear I cracked it, dude. I panicked. I was like, are you kidding me? You know, this is when I had been saving up for fucking a year to be able to buy it. I was like, please, no.
That's nothing. So Adam, Seniors was having trouble building his computer. God. So he sends me a picture of what he's doing, and I see him on his hands and knees on the carpet in his socks.
No,
easily not the first time John had received a picture of Adam on his hands and knees without his shoes on.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but this one just has a little more context to it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The other one,
but it's not hard to build a computer. Anybody in chat who's never built a computer, don't be afraid to do it. Buy parts and build your own instead of buying a pre-built. Trust me.
Really not that hard.
It'll take you a few hours to like watch some YouTube videos and get comfortable to the point where you can build it, but it's going to save you hundreds of dollars.
If you have any questions,
hundreds of dollars.
If you have any questions, just Bing it. Do not contact us under any circumstances. We don't.
Bing it.
Well, that's the thing. Like I got a liquid cooler on one of my newer PCs, and I was like, how the fuck do I install this? I've never installed one of these, and I literally just Googled it, and it came right up, and I was like, okay, I love the internet, and it was a video walkthrough of how to install it.
Because the directions that they give you with those are fucking terrible, dude.
Oh yeah,
so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Component manufacturers do not do a great job of like really nice, thorough instructions. It's usually a few pages of English, a few pages of Spanish, a few pages of French, a few pages of Dutch.
Oh my God. Give me better instructions instead of all these fucking other languages. I can't understand this shit. Give me the English version of all of it. Let's go. Come on. Yeah.
So,
but you know, a few cracked MOBOs, you'll be fine. You'll get it.
At least the CPUs don't come with bent pins on a regular basis now.
Well, this next story, if you're a regular listener to this podcast and or you watched E3, No Man's Sky, which looks absolutely incredible. It was announced as sort of a PS4 exclusive at the time, but the developers have confirmed that it is going to come to PC. So it's going to be on PS4 for, I would guess, usually timed as like a month. So it'll be on PS4 exclusively for the first month, then it'll go to PC, which is where it should be, frankly, for a game like this. For the amount of power that it sounds like No Man's Sky will need. Yeah. No Man's Sky, for those that don't know, procedurally generated space exploration. You start at one planet in the galaxy and move on. It's an MMO. Minecraft in space, I guess, not voxel. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it, but it looks incredible.
There is a way.
It looks incredible. We've never really
seamless.
Seen a
That's
game
the thing
like
that people that really sets it apart. Is that like loading into new planets and loading throughout the world is seamless. It's really cool.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that type of game, definitely keep your eye on that. We're looking at beta maybe in 2015. They say the game's coming, but with the scale, it's a 6-man team building this game. By the way, this is not Call of Duty
And
studio
they
with
had their
3,000
office
people. Yeah, and their office flooded over the winter, destroying some progress on the game.
That game looks absolutely incredible. Like when I watched what was that? Their newest trailer. Where did they show that? Was that E3? Where he's on a planet and then he gets into his ship and he flies out of the planet through the atmosphere into space and then he flies into another planet.
Mm-hmm. And the dinosaur walks across or whatever it is, I guess.
Yeah.
So all the stuff, all the wildlife, all the biomes and stuff is all procedurally generated. So every planet will be its own thing, and it will be completely random, which is incredible.
Now my question for that is, I heard that you're able to explore space. Now, is everyone going to see? Let's say you discover a new planet. Is that same planet going to be for everyone else as well?
They'll have to find it eventually. It could be nowhere near anyone else. Like, there's a whole one of the things they brought up when they first revealed it was you'll have to make a decision. So let's say you come to a planet that's rich in like whatever the gas type resource for your ship would be. You'd have to make the decision then, do I build like a refinery here or something like that and just rape this planet for its resources and destroy it basically and keep all the gas? Or do I just take a little and come back later and hope nobody else has done that? Like, that'll be part of it. Because you'll have to make that decision. Like, do I tell people about this planet that's rich in this one type of resource? Do I keep it for myself? Those type of decisions you'll have to make. So, that'll be part of the game.
I heard you get to name the planets too.
Yeah, if you find it first.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's amazing. I can't wait.
To get people to buy in early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't wait to just name it something fucked up.
Cummy tissue.
It's like, yeah. You have just landed on cummy tissue. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm glad that exclusive, as we kind of thought all along, just means console exclusive.
This is going to be the case, but so they are a small team though, so every little bit of extra counts for them. These guys have never made a game on this scale, which makes us a little wary too of how it's going to turn out.
It's good that there's not tons of mechanics, which is good. It's an exploration game. Like you're not fighting.
It's a lot about
combat,
the engine,
so it's cool,
and perfecting that engine behind generating all that stuff. So.
Yeah, is there literally no really combat?
No, it's an exploration game. There's like small combat. There's not like actual. It's not a game built around that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Minecraft. Yeah, like Minecraft combat. Oh, I see another person. I could kill them with my sword, but it's not some sort of fleshed out system. So yeah, keep your eyes on No Man's Sky though. You're gonna see a ton of that whenever it hits on YouTube and Twitch and all that. It is ripe for that kind of content for sure. Just pure exploring. This next game, prototype was revealed by the dudes who made Rust, also the guys who made Garry's Mod. They made a new game called Deuce. It's just a prototype for a game. In other words, not even alpha yet. But they describe it as tennis and Street Fighter, combining into one game. So it is a tennis game. It is a tennis game, but there's going to be like quarter circle motions and like all that kind of stuff to do special moves within the game. There's going to be a roster of playable characters, which look like to be sort of stereotypes, kind of like Street Fighter characters. They said a southern redneck, a luchador. Like they've got all kinds of different characters. So
pretty sure those are both things in Street Fighter already.
Yeah, they are. But I'm just saying it's going to be like, basically stereotypes. But they'll all be playable, and hopefully they actually flesh this out because it sounds hilarious. And
that does sound pretty funny.
Yeah. Tennis games are generally pretty fun. There's just not very many of them. So
yeah, I like a good tennis game.
Yeah. Plus the dudes, made Garry's Mod and Rust, both of which are very solid. So
yeah, what was the first tennis? Was it Top Spin 2 for Xbox 360? Was that? I think that was like one of the very first. I think that was the first tennis game that came out for Xbox 360.
I used to play Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis was good
that
too.
was so good.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But yeah, tennis games with friends are a blast.
Yeah.
Just so weird because I'm not a huge fan of tennis, but I always love playing the games.
Good shit talking games too, tennis.
Yeah.
So up next, some bad news. slash
Oh, no.
maybe good news. It's hard to tell until this game comes out. Crytek bleeding money like crazy. The dudes who made Crysis and the Cry engine for games. They bought Homefront, and they bought a bunch of development studios when THQ busted, and now they are busting, apparently. They have sold Homefront mid-development, the new Homefront, to the dudes who made the publishing company Deep Silver, who don't develop games, but they've published like Dead Island. They've published many, many games, actually. They published Darksiders 2. They ended up doing that because THQ was in dire straits at that point. But the fact that this is switching studios, the new Homefront Revolution, not promising.
No.
For that game to come out well on the other end. Games that switch hands mid-time, not really a good thing. Games that work multiple studios on them generally don't come out very well. COD Ghost.
Then again, it's not like Homefront had anything going for itself.
I was gonna say it's kind of weird. It's like, was anyone demanding a Homefront sequel?
Know.
No,
dude, I actually did not dislike the original Homefront at all. I thought it was really, really good.
Did you play through the storyline?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the multiplier.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 stole the
really
multiplayer essentially from that game. By the way,
wasn't it like, what was it? I think it was 24 on 24, the multiplayer on Homefront or something like that. It was some crazy number. There was a lot of people.
It was good.
But the single player was terrible. It was the most rage-inducing game. It was such a generic FPS.
People buying FPS games for the single player.
Haha.
It's not Halo.
That was when I was a Call of
probably
Duty player, so that's true.
But
World at War was the last good COD single player.
yeah.
Oh, dude, all the Black Ops ones are good. You're crazy. Black Ops 2 single player was fantastic.
Wouldn't know. Didn't own the game.
Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 single players were probably one of my favorite. Call of Duty 4 was really good too, though. So.
COD 4 soap.
Oh man, yeah.
So many jokes come out of that. But yeah, no, that was a decent single. That was the last Call of Duty single player I played. Was COD 4. Never touched another one. But some DayZ news. This actually came out a few days ago. New patch incoming, bringing in the first steps toward what we talked about a little bit in the opening. Item persistence going to be a thing that's going to happen soon. So will very much improve the game. You're a lot closer.
It gives long term, so
yeah,
it gives kind of like an in-game feel, right? Because so far right now, it has such little features that it's basically you get geared and then it's a death match. But now, not only can they get geared now, but now they can make camps and they can set up on their favorite servers and they can go raid other people's camps. And so now guys, I guess the next step is vehicles and then fortifying your camps, base building and stuff like that. So slowly but surely it's becoming the game that we all really, 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 really want. Or just maybe me. But I really
No, I haven't played it a whole lot since Standalone came out. But it's not because I don't like DayZ. It's just because it hasn't reached its full potential. And they know that. I know that.
How's the performance now? That's my question.
Performance is definitely still it's terrible. That's probably their worst part. I mean, it's terrible. I get 15 FPS sometimes in cities. Like on my rig, that's not something that should ever happen in any game.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. That's why I was like, John, I was like, I'm just gonna go buy this PC. I'm just gonna go build this new PC.
It's not gonna make a difference. It's the engine. It's not your computer.
Well, yeah, exactly. It won't make a big enough difference for that money. It's just not worth it. And it's like you just have to wait till they optimize that engine. So
they should have gone with Arma 3 engine.
I don't like.
It would have taken a lot longer to come out.
Yeah.
So. Last story in the news.
Their changes list have a ton. I mean, just a ton of stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's like you can tell they're working on it. It's just it's got a long way to go before it's at the place that they've promised that Standalone will get to.
Yeah.
But maybe over the next year. Yeah.
So, last news story here. ESPN, which if people didn't know, broadcasted the International on its online system and also on ESPN2, but it was late night, but it still did it. They want to have more esports coverage. And if there's one thing I want, it's Stephen A. Smith talking about Dota. Oh, God. I don't. Esports doesn't need to be on ESPN, nor do I.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
You're
think it
absolutely
does.
insane.
I was at
Because
Buffalo Wild
gaming
Wings
has
today.
been on television and it's just gone to shit because of that. It absolutely should not be on television. Not for a while.
Well, here's what I'd say. I want it to be on. I want it to be good, but I want it to be on TV because I was in a sports bar eating lunch today, and the CS:GO tournament was on. I was like, I really want to watch this, and I want it to be on one of the TVs. And I think a lot of people would enjoy it if it's done right.
Well, they've done that Barcraft.
But that doesn't have
They've
to
done
be
that
on.
before, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on TV.
Yeah.
If only bars had internet.
It should be on TV. It shouldn't be on
Before
ESPN, though.
they actually have
I
it
agree
on
with you,
TV,
Goldie,
or I mean,
yeah.
in bars, it's going to have to be on TV because the people running it are too dumb to hook a computer up to it or a just a little box.
We have a bar in the South Side here in Pittsburgh. The South Side is like the big, huge drinking spot for Pittsburgh. Most bars per capita in the world in the South Side.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's just bars on bars. They have Barcraft down there, and you can go down to a bar called the Smiling Moose and watch StarCraft tournaments and get hammered. But I don't know if they.
And on other days, you can go to the Smiling Moose and watch people slaughter goats and play death metal.
That's true. That is actually true. You can do that.
It's really, it's a really diverse.
It is a
diverse bar.
punk/metal bar. That's true.
That's funny.
But my whole thing is, I agree with you. I don't want it on ESPN. I want it somewhere else.
Well, I mean,
Like-
we had G4, which doesn't exist anymore, but like it should be on a channel like that. It should be on a dedicated channel
That knows
is
what
meant
it's
for
talking
gaming.
about.
Yes. You know, when you hire actual people that you don't pay some fucking ESPN sportscaster to talk about a video.
No.
game. Are
It
you
has to
kidding
be
me?
someone who knows what they're doing.
That's what they would do,
Yeah.
though.
That's what they would
totally
do if they had a
that.
dedicated channel.
Linda Cohn
what
going
needs
all
to
in on
happen
that
is-
Dota.
They need to have standards like they had at the international where everything was done properly versus most of the tournaments where the sound is horrid. Half the time there's like Dan, you're saying there's an hour between matches.
Oh,
They need to put the production value into it and make it more interesting for someone who doesn't know anything about games. And they might actually sit through the game and enjoy it and be like, wow, this is actually fun to watch. This is like a legitimate thing because it takes skill. And right now there's very few places that do that. The international is probably the best.
yep. I would
Then
say it
again,
is the
didn't a
best.
Dota 2 team just get fucking sponsored by a porn site? So that doesn't really help its case either.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You know,
But Valve could, I mean, well, maybe
you
they
don't
could, but-
see a professional sports team being sponsored by a porn
True.
site like
Gee,
this.
I'm wondering what YouPorn's like how they're going to do that because I think they know that these teams can't go out and sell other sponsorships if they're sponsored by YouPorn. So maybe it's like YouPorn is sponsoring them as the parent company of YouPorn, which is probably like Joe Schmo Entertainment or something.
Yeah.
Like there's a way that YouPorn can do that without making
Right.
it really offensive to the audience. I'm thinking that's the only way they can do it because
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to allow you to play at their tournament if you have YouPorn logos all over you. Like
That's
it's
true.
just not going to happen.
Shit, dude, they could play at my tournament. That's fine. You porn money. You know, there's got to be a lot
YouPorn
of
versus
money in that
Pornhub
sponsorship.
Grand Finals.
I mean, the fact that like these external people are getting into it, that's really good and that's cool to hear that, but not YouPorn. Like that's just awful.
Yeah.
My question is, what does a YouPorn sponsorship entail? Because I've heard that, you know, as a Red Bull athlete, you get to like go into their Red Bull like closet and you get to take whatever you want. Shoes, jackets. What the fuck does
Take
YouPorn
whatever.
offer to you?
Take whatever you
Porn
want.
star you want, just
Free
take it.
porn HD.
Yeah, you
quality
get to
Whatever
videos
go.
the
for
girls
life.
you want, buddy.
You get to go into the YouPorn closet. It doesn't necessarily
Oh
have
my
the same things as the Red Bull closet,
Oh, but just
I would
like
wear
always.
gloves.
There might be a Great American Challenge in that closet. There might be.
Oh my god. Well, okay, what is the Great American Challenge? A big fist?
It's a huge dildo. I mean, a
Okay,
huge
sorry.
dildo. Read the comments on it, dude. It's
No,
worth
I'm
worth
not-
sullying your history to
I-
read the
yeah.
comments.
Are there reviews?
Just
Yeah,
log in on
yeah.
incognito and you'll be fine.
Yeah, the reviews are
All right,
so
all
godlike.
right. I'm doing this. Have you guys done this already?
Oh
on a
yeah,
previous
oh
cast?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
This is an old May
Jesus.
May around
Yeah,
here.
you're in for a treat.
Great American. Wait, what is it again? The Great American Challenge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Someone decided to name a dildo the Great American Challenge. Well,
I
he
mean,
looks
let's
that
be
up.
honest, that's a great name.
New releases this week, August 5th. Sacred
It's on
3.
sale.
It is on sale.
It's
Look,
only,
the number
it's
one
only
comment.
$50.
It just hurts my anus. That is the number one comment.
Yeah. It hurts.
I hung one of these on my
anus.
front door. Jehovah Witnesses haven't bothered me since. Holy shit.
God damn.
Oh man. Oh, I didn't even find. I don't even think I found the real Amazon link for it. This only has 2 reviews from Doc Johnson. He's reselling it. It's used.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a used one, dude.
just find a 5-gallon bucket of bleach and just leave it in there for a week.
There's also Immense
And then-
Ivan. You can look that one up. The Immense Ivan.
No, I'm done looking.
So, new releases this week. Only a few for the PC. August 5th, Sacred 3, if you're into that series. August 6th, Crawl, which is actually a game that looks super good. It's it's Evolve, but it's a dungeon crawler. It's 3v1, sort of, 3 people versus 1 other person in a dungeon, though, kind of like a 2D dungeon crawler. So it looks pretty sweet. Should be fun for like couch streaming and that kind of thing. And August 8th, finally, PC gets Ultra Street Fighter 4, the upgrade to Super Street Fighter 4, only 2 months after the Xbox. But we are running a tournament for that in September. So
You
We'll
say
put the
wait, you
link.
say it like 2 months is a long time.
well,
GTA 5, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. We don't
GTA
get that
fucking
until
5.
yeah,
Then what? It's when
gonna
did that
be
game
over
come
a
out?
year.
October
Over a
or
year.
something.
yeah.
Yeah, that game came almost out a year ago, almost already. Jesus, that's crazy.
So
Still no GTA 5 on PC. The dream is just
Soon.
not real.
it's gonna be awesome.
Holiday, I think.
It's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome. I just want all the mods. I just want all the mods.
Oh my god, it already is gonna look so much better.
I want to smack people with the Great American Challenge inside of GTA 5. That's what I want to do. Just walk around smacking people with that.
So, all right, guys, we're gonna take another quick break here and then get into some viewer questions.
Oh,
The
no.
most dangerous part of this
Oh, no.
podcast.
It's risque. Sweet. Perfect timing, too, because I'm just out of beer. I'll be right back.
Oh, we hit 11,000 followers. Thank you. Thank you very much,
Nice.
guys. Only like 600 during the cast. No wonder you told me to turn off the follow alert, Brent.
Oh yeah, I had a follow alert once, and then Gassy raided me, and that was just a bad idea.
Yep, I've had that happen. Even if you get like a small amount all in a row, it's like, yep, I gotta turn that shit off. Especially if you have a sound.
Seems like a good idea at first, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's good for like smaller channels, but once you get past a certain point, yeah, no.
Quick unfollow.
I always like when it, because for some reason I haven't turned off the Twitch notifications yet for followers, which Gmail makes really easy to delete because it has the social tab, and I just clear that out. But I love when I see the notification from one dude who followed and unfollowed 5 times.
Yep.
I'm guessing to look for some
just
kind
wanna-
of like recognition or
I
something.
want to hear that sound, dog. I've had people sub and cancel the sub just to hear "Fill My Urethra with Capri Sun."
I came back at a weird time,
You did.
but the
Good
right time. So I tried to get my cat to come onto the podcast, but he just he was having none of that shit. He was
he's a
upset.
cat.
So. Fucking bastard. Little shit.
My dog abandoned me tonight. He's usually down here with me the whole time, but he said, "Fuck
Yeah.
it."
See, everyone has these animals like Gassy. He always posts pictures of his cat like laying on the back of his chair. Man, my cat hates me. He doesn't want shit to do with me.
That's a cat.
You-
That's what
I never
called a
see
cat.
him. Yeah, unless he's hungry, then he wants my attention. But Jesus Christ.
Well, if that's the kind of behavior you like out of your cat, get a husky, and then it's a dog, but it's also a cat.
I mean, it's kind of nice because he doesn't fucking bother me, but you know, he just kind of does his own shit. And there's a reason. What he does is he eats and he sleeps on this goddamn window sill, and he just looks outside all day, every day. doesn't move, and he's so fat. The fattest fucking cat. It's all right. I love him. What can I say?
Well, you're gonna love this first question then.
Oh God.
From @AJMan270. Hey, can you make Goldie drink a spoonful of bull semen? No.
It's bull seman.
Oh, it is bull seman.
Sure.
I didn't notice that.
What is-
Bull seman.
It is bull seman. Drink the bull seman.
Well, I mean, if you guys could present that to me and then give me, I don't know. No, I don't think you
Take
could.
a shot of it.
I mean, we have other semen. We don't.
No. No. I'll pass.
We are sponsored by SemenTanks.com. Go check them out. SemenTanks.com.
That can't be a thing.
My God.
God, they're.
It is a thing.
I'm not.
It is-
You know what?
it is a thing.
I'm not Googling anything. I'm not clicking on anything. I'm not going to semen tanks. That's. I think that's along the same lines as me telling people that my favorite porn star is Ebony Scat.
That will lead you into a hole that you do not
It's
want to be in.
semen tanks takes you to liquid nitrogen storage tanks.
Oh,
and vapor
okay,
shippers.
okay.
Oh, they changed their URL. That's
You
bullshit.
can get an elegant writing instrument from penisland.net as well.
Next question. This is from Idiot Who Got Hacked. That is literally who it is from. He emailed in, "Hi KBMODcast. Recently I got my Steam account hacked because I'm a dumbass. Now I'm waiting for the glorious Steam support to help me get it back. So I was wondering if you ever had something of yours stolen or hacked, and if you ever got it back. Signed, Idiot Who Got Hacked."
Nope.
I like that question.
You didn't get hacked in WoW, John? Ever?
Nope.
Damn. You got lucky back in the day then.
Nope. Not
Yeah.
dumb.
I remember Dan got hacked.
Yep, I got hacked. As one of the most careful people around, I got hacked. So it was baffling to me. And I had to call Blizzard and get the authentic. It was right when the authenticators came out. So, but they got it back for me within a couple weeks, something like that. I also
I
had
remember
a
when
Diablo
that guy
2.
logged on your account and it was just like you weren't responding to anything. I just saw him standing there in the bank. You were logging on every single one of your characters and everyone in the guild knew it was happening.
Worst, yeah, it's
Couldn't
the
do
worst
anything to
feel
stop it.
because I had seen it before, you know. And you watch this person log in, and wow, you just watch all their characters log in one by one. And if you could physically see them, they're going to the bank or they're going to the mailbox, and the dude is just selling all their shit, and like, and you're just
That
watching
sucks.
this dude on the other side of the planet destroy someone's work in that game, and then try to sell it at some point. But
Jesus.
yeah, so that's... Oh, my Origin account did get hacked right after
some dude in Russia,
SimCity.
right?
Yeah, some
Lots
dude
of
in
value
Russia.
in there.
All he did was
How'd they
buy
steal an
Dead
Origin
Space
account?
3, and then I got the account back. I was like, yeah,
Yo,
thanks for
good
the-
guy Russian guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He played 8
Gives you
hours
Dead
of
Space
SimCity
3.
and then bought Dead Space and gave it, got it back.
So you got to keep the games that he purchased?
Yeah, they're just on my
Well
account.
met. Well
Yeah.
met.
Dude. John, wait a minute.
Maybe
What
he's
do-
a fan. Maybe he just, hey, I'll play a nice little trick on him. He'll think he gets hacked, and then he'll come back and there'll be a nice little game.
Exactly.
I knew he wanted to buy it anyway. Nobody wanted to buy Dead Space 3.
He won Dead Space 3, I think. I bought that on the account.
John, didn't you get hacked like a couple of years
No.
ago? Yes, you did. I remember you talking about it. And you said
What got it? I've never had anything of mine.
I don't remember what it was, but I remember you saying something about you ended up fucking with the kid, like you found out exactly who it was.
Oh yeah, my Xbox Live account.
Yeah, and you like
Yeah,
you
that was
fucked
just
with
like
his
some-
desk. You fucked with his PC, and it was his
wow.
mom's PC. You found out it was his mom's PC or something that he did it on.
Yeah, well,
Well,
things
I
happen
don't
when
know.
you're 13 years old and you try to steal my Xbox Live account and leave information readily available.
See, it's weird that John is on this KBMOD podcast for me because the John I know is the one that got drunk every night and played Modern Warfare 2, sniping and singing the whole night. That's the John that I first met. So now he's KB.
The John that made you internet famous, you mean?
Yeah,
right?
Back
the
when
John,
you were
yeah,
successful.
yeah, the John that I.
One that you
that's not
used
what I
into a
said.
dual
Back
com
when
to
you
get
meant
yourself some
something.
subs.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I. He was John's big fat cock, and I took advantage of him. Or he was S&D's. He was not John's.
Was S&D's at that point?
He was S&D's then.
He was the Great American Challenge of the time.
Yeah. His reach and penetration were far. So switch that question up a little bit, since no one else got hacked, but apparently me.
My Instagram got hacked once. Don't ask me how.
No.
They just put some Bitly link in my. I actually caught it as soon as it happened. I guess I'm fucking full of myself. I went to my own bio or something, and I looked, and there was a Bitly link, and I'm like, that's interesting. And I'm on an iPhone, so I was like, fuck it, I'll click it, and nothing happened. And it took me to some weird website or some little page. I didn't even know what it was, and I was just like, all right,
tracking thing.
Yeah, probably. And I just changed my password, and never again have I had an issue. But I always get the best emails are the ones that say someone has tried to reset your Twitch password. Someone has tried to reset your Twitch password. And I'm just like, you know what? If you do, good. I mean, fuck, cool. I mean, I'll get it back. I don't know what they're trying to like achieve. I don't know.
Anyone ever?
It's just a ruse.
Yeah. I don't know. Most of them are just a troll. Like, oh, I'll try to get into his account, request password or reset password or some shit.
So, anyone ever had anything stolen from them? Not necessarily an account hacked. Physical item, maybe?
One time when I was a kid, I left my bike out overnight. My parents acted like somebody stole it. They just put it in the attic. Teach me a lesson about putting my bike away.
No, that's something my parents would have done.
I think that's happened to literally everybody.
No, my
who's ever owned a bike.
I had like 3 bikes stolen when I was a kid because I would leave them
never
out
happened
front.
to me because I put my bike up, you idiot.
Yeah, where'd you live?
The suburbs.
I had
It's
my
a
bag
good
stolen
neighborhood.
out
I
of
would
my
just
car
go inside
once.
and leave it out front for a second and come out, and then it'd just be gone. It's like, what the hell?
I lent somebody a comic book and never got it back. I thought it was pretty fucked up.
That's a hard life.
Okay, if we're talking about
that
stories like
person.
that, I've killed that person. Okay, this is even worse actually. So I've never had anything stolen, but so when I was in like, oh fuck, what was it? I would say 3rd grade. I'll admit to it. I stole one of my friend's Pokemon cards.
Oh,
He found out
Holographic Charizard?
it was a holographic Blastoise.
oh,
Not bad.
And I stole it. I was in 3rd grade. Jesus Christ. And
You're a
they
fucking
found
dick.
out, and they talked to my parents, and I got my ass beat for it. So that never happened again. I never stole anything again. And then like 2 years later, my friend let me borrow his what was it? Was it Game Boy Color? I think it was a Game Boy Color with Pokemon or something. And it was and then he moved away. He let me borrow it and he moved.
Well, now
weekend
it's
or some
yours.
shit.
Yeah, no, that's
And
not
I was
even...
like, well, what the fuck, dude? I don't know his phone number. I don't know where he moved. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm on like 5th grade. I'm like, well, shit. I guess I get a fucking free Pokemon and a free Game Boy. Cool, man. So, fuck yeah. So Pokemon, I guess, is where I'm a thief. I guess
You're a double
and I'm a
Pokemon thief.
I'm a criminal. So that's the extent of stealing in my life. So.
I was part
The
of some
chat is
thievery
not happy with your Pokemon thievery. I've killed for less.
Dude, it was fucked up. Anything but the Blastoise. I'm going to jail.
I was part of
guys.
some thievery that actually changed my gaming. Probably like, I don't know. It got me more into gaming probably than any other game because my cousin, who that whole side of the family is not exactly the best as far as following the rules of the law. But anyways, he came over and I had a Super Nintendo and he brought over Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6.
What a game.
To everywhere else. And he just brought it over and he was like, yeah, he gave me some kind of story that made it sound legit, but he was into no good. And then he's like, oh, after like a week, he's like, yeah, you can just keep it. And so I kept it, not knowing that it was stolen, and played it multiple times, and it's the best game ever made.
That Final Fantasy 6 is hot.
You got a hot
That is a hot cartridge. You better turn yourself in right now.
Actually, my friend that I let borrow it and I never got it back from, which is fine, is actually a cop now. So we have a dirty cop in LA.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a dirty cop in
dirty
LA.
cop in
Oh,
LA.
what do you know?
So you got
That is a
that's a get out of jail free card, Nikon. So the next time we go out in LA or anywhere in the state of California, I want you to do some shady ass shit.
There we go.
And I'm gonna film it and upload it and give you 0% of royalties.
I just want to say, saying that there's corruption in the LAPD is a pretty heavy-handed accusation.
Yeah.
You better be able to back that up. I don't think anyone's really gonna believe you. This is gonna be some R-rated blockbuster movie shit where you got to prove that there's something wrong.
Yeah,
No
next
one's
I'm
gonna
going to tell
believe
you that Chicago's corrupt too.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Come on.
I
dude.
played Watch Dogs. You're a liar. You're a
You can
liar.
literally kill anyone you want in Chicago. That's what I learned from Watch Dogs. As long as your niece died, you're good.
That's what I learned.
Well, yeah, and as long
by
as you
being in
take their
Chicago.
phone away too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, all right.
No one
all
will
right.
take their cell phone. No one will ever know I murdered their fucking entire family. Ever. Yeah. That was a great game, though. Let's not.
R.I.P. Bedbug.
Except PC. Oh man, just don't say stuff like that. It took me a second to realize what you said, but yeah, rip.
All right, next question. Harkens back to the old school from @MadPupYT on Twitter. This question ends up at a place that does not begin. When you put a D and a V, and then B your L on the T's,
I know
I'm
what
already
that.
lost.
what
Like the load on the
post-fuckathon sandwich do you prefer?
Wait, what was the last part?
What post-fuckathon sandwich do you prefer?
Ooh, man.
I believe that was D or L on her T's. I think that was dump your load on her tits.
No.
No,
It was
B
when you
your
put
L
a
on
D and a V, and
Right.
then B your L on the T's.
Bust your load.
Yeah.
Low or
I'm
bust.
making a lot of assumptions about this question.
He just really wants to know what kind of sandwich you guys like.
Yeah, that's really what this question is about.
Well, it's
That's
it's
just
pretty,
bacon and
it's
cheese
pretty
with mustard.
clearly. What is wrong with
Who
you?
first?
I'd say just
I
anything
thought he's
on
asking
good
when you
sourdough.
put dill and vinegar and then you put bacon and lettuce on turkey, what sandwich do you
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes way
So where
more
did
sense.
so
God.
how did we arrive at the word fuckfest?
Well, his
Well, you
question.
apparently haven't had a good sandwich. That's
Not
how I
that
describe
good.
all mine.
Not that good, I'll tell you that.
I mean,
I thought he was asking about something about getting his driver's license with the DMV. I don't.
and then blowing his load on the person there, because that would really turn
That's
your
a
chances.
really quick way to fail, and I speak from experience.
The real
But-
answer, the answer he's looking for is a BLT.
I think
So
Okay,
B
yeah.
your L on her T's.
That's
that's a meta
wow,
question
that's-
right there.
so
That dude is a fucking genius.
my favorite sandwich is a BLT.
This is some. We're looking into this tweet with like a beautiful mind shit. We're seeing patterns that aren't really there.
No, that's there. It's there.
How about tuna salad on toast?
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna go extravagant.
sandwich.
Just go with the Burgatory. Anything from
Oh, wow.
Burgatory. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out to Burgatory post fuckathon. Get me
I
some
would-
burgers.
Now that I live in the CA, I can just go to In-N-Out Burger.
It's
See,
not
but you
as.
can't. What
See,
you
when
do
I-
is you
when I
get
hear
yourself a
sandwich, I
nice. You
don't
get
think
yourself a
burger.
nice. You get
What's
yourself
a
a
burger?
nice
Is a sandwich.
medium burger with some bacon on it and some truffle fries, and you put the truffle sized fries on the burger with it. That's where that's the best sandwich you'll ever have.
I would get a McDonald's cheeseburger and use it to clean up the mess
Oh jeez.
because it's not good for anything else. Because McDonald's is horrible.
Just wiping it up with this mayo bun. Just like you can't tell what's what at that point. It's just.
I thought you were gonna say you clean it up with it because you could eat it and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Also true. You just
They'll have some protein
hand it,
then.
hand it to a homeless guy in the BART station and watch him eat it. And he's wondering why I'm sitting there smiling at him.
He's like, no, this is really
That's
good.
gross.
This is really good though. Yeah,
I
that's
made it
got
myself.
post fuckathon juices in it, sir. Jokes on you.
He's like 3 bites into it. He just like shrugs and finishes it. Like he's just like, yeah, it'd be worse.
Extra mayo.
Oh man, we got a Permanis guy in the chat. I'm with you. It's not that good though.
Vermont.
I'm hungry now.
Average Aaron's a Pittsburgher. You talking
Yep.
a bunch of Pittsburghers up in here?
Yep.
I would
Permani's
definitely-
solid.
Well, 2 of them anyway.
I would actually go. I don't know if they really have these anywhere except for like Philly and New Jersey, but there's a place
Oh,
called
hell.
Primo Hoagies. They have some definitely damn good hoagies, which other people may know as a sub or a grinder. I don't know who calls them grinders.
I'm not gonna ever eat a sandwich that's referred to as a grinder.
Nah, dude. I just pictured two dudes grinding on a loaf. You know, I don't want nothing to do with that.
On a loaf. That's the best way for it.
You don't want the one they call a grinder.
That is not a sandwich I'm putting in my mouth.
The only time I've ever actually heard it used was on Venture Brothers, but it was the actual Venture Brothers saying it, and they always have like antiquated speech, so it might just be like an old thing nobody says anymore because it's sexual. Then again, like back in the 40s, a boner meant like a blunder. So there's
dude, it meant a penis still.
There's a screen grab. Maybe that's where it came from. I mean, the obvious connection is bone, but there is a screen grab somewhere of the Joker saying like everybody's laughing at my boner or something like that. It's hilarious. In like an old Batman comic.
Yeah, I know all about people laughing at my boner. Let's not that shit up.
I understand the Joker more than any Batman villain after that.
Brings back some dark times.
Loves a lot, says.
Oh man, many Pittsburghers in the chat. What's up, dude? At Chris Smith 4500T on Twitter. I don't know if he's a Terminator or something, a late model, but his question is, if you could have a Chipotle burrito named after you, what would you put in it?
The cheeseburger I used to clean up the fuck fest.
God damn it.
I would just cram it into a tortilla. And it would just be the saddest thing.
Brennan wouldn't change anything about Chipotle, so this question is just not worth asking.
That's not what he asked. He said, "What would you put in your Chipotle burrito?"
Exactly.
I mean, named after you.
What he's asking is, "What is your favorite Chipotle burrito?" Is what he's asking.
Well, I think in this case you can have whatever you want in said burrito.
If there's anything that you can customize this burrito.
That's
because if I could throw fresh jalapenos, I would do that.
If I could put bacon in everything that I get at Chipotle, plus bacon, like bacon strips, then boom, my burrito's done.
I would do is I would line the tortilla with sriracha mayonnaise before I put the rice and meat in it.
Yes.
And that would give you a solid
sriracha mayonnaise? Why not just
Sriracha mayo is so
it's
good.
Godlike.
Come here and I will feed it to you.
Come here and let me feed it to you.
I'll
pass.
If we're
going on this spot on my belly,
come here, right here, and I'll feed it to you. That is a weird sentence that I'm just gonna have to skip past and forget that you ever said, John. Actually, you know what? Let me a few more beers, and I'll take you up on it.
I'm gonna tattoo that
sentence. So it's an hour flight, like $50 on Virgin. It's worth coming here. Oh yeah, you're in you're like near Seattle now, aren't you?
Portland, Oregon.
If we can put anything we want, then there's the obvious answer of like just stuffing it with cocaine, so it's still like $6 or $7, and then you can just sell that for a huge profit, like massive profit.
Fair enough. That's good. That's
the Blackliteattack, aka the Coke, the Coke burrito.
Good Lord.
Blarface.
The Coke
I actually have leftover Chipotle in the fridge that I'm gonna eat tonight.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I'll tell you what. Let me be sacrilegious, at least for Goldglove. Leftover Chipotle is gross.
No,
I disagree.
You're objectively wrong.
I am right.
I'm wrong.
I am
completely.
100% right.
You're not
I don't know what you put in your
storing it
burrito, but
correctly.
yeah, exactly.
I have never not finished a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah, I'm in that mode as well.
Well, no, I'm such an addict. I go to Chipotle and I buy a burrito and I get a bowl, and then I eat the burrito while it's fresh, and then I eat the bowl later. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I go for burrito bowl.
How does your anus respond to this much Chipotle?
See,
probably doesn't
that's
poop.
a bullshit thing
That's
that South Park has put into everyone's brain. No one, come on. If you're shitting your brains out because of a Chipotle burrito, then your ass is just fucked to begin with.
I did get food poisoning once.
It's any Mexican food in too much capacity, and
but Chipotle is so Americanized. It's not like normal Mexican food.
I did get food poisoning at a Chipotle once, so
it's also possible that your asshole is now just like a little brown callus that just feels nothing.
Then again, exactly. Maybe my asshole has been through the test for so many years.
Little
it's
callus
like,
starfruit.
Put that anus through the ringer.
Yeah, I'm made of iron from all the Taco Bell at this point. It's just feed me
I'm
nails.
glad there are no Taco Bells that I can easily get to because Taco Bell is a severe weakness back home.
I will get there come hell and high water.
There is a Taco
Difficulty
Bell right in El Cerrito.
doesn't.
I
And I
live
go
on
there a
the
lot.
5 minutes from my house.
seconds from one, and it's the worst.
It's
The
the
Doritos
best
Locos Tacos
worst.
are good, dude. Come on. You
Yeah.
know they're good. You know
Everything
they're
is
delicious.
Everything.
no,
on
I'm
that
just
menu
saying
is
I live
good.
too close to one, and it's a dangerous trap.
Yes.
Because I'll get drunk on a stream, and I'll be like, oh, I'm done with the stream, and then I could just walk there, and it's
Spend like
bad.
$80 on tacos, and then you
Yeah.
eat $7 of it, and you wake up the next morning wondering why there's 74 more tacos in your fridge.
And dude,
It
leftover
happens every
Taco
time.
Bell tacos are the worst thing on the planet. They're so disgusting. Oh God.
Taco Bell
Look at-
regular tacos. I've had ones where it just feels like a cold, wet rag was handed to me. I'm just like, what? What is this even? Like, I like your Taco Bell, but you just gave me you just like wiped the counter with this taco and then gave it to me. Like, what
Yeah.
is this?
And you still fucking eat it while you're just crying into the.
Well, I'm usually really
You
drunk,
still
so
eat the whole thing.
you
Yeah,
still
you eat it because you spent
Hey.
$1.50 on it.
Yeah, that's
Damn
that's
right I
$1.50
did.
gone to waste. If you don't eat that right now.
Well, I'm glad that we can all agree that Taco Bell is a trap, but it's the best. So.
Yep.
It's like it's the best worst. It's
Somewhere-
just-
Exactly.
yeah, it's
somewhere
It's like-
Scott.
I don't think I would go too exotic with my Chipotle burrito. I'd just do, like sour cream, some pico, normal stuff, some regular rice, and then I would do a special carnitas that is marinated in Baja Blast.
Ooh.
oh, there you go.
What?
Baja Blast.
Did you
and
just say
cocaine.
carnitas marinated in Baja Blast, the soda?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
If you could just fill a tortilla with Baja Blast,
That's
you got
fucking
it.
diabetes in a wrap. I don't. The
Like,
fuck?
They need to invent a way to extract the aluminum from the can. Just wrap that in a fucking tortilla and then extract it so it's just the Baja Blast inside of it.
I don't
and
even
then
like
you just eat
Baja
it.
Blast. I don't
I'm
know what
just
the
saying.
fuck is about
Oh,
it.
get out of here.
Somewhere Scott just perked up and is driving to kill you. Like,
I don't think
Some
it's that
gamer
good.
you are.
If the Brandon
Oh,
burrito
I
was
like
just
Mountain
a
Dew, don't get me wrong.
if the Brandon burrito was just a tortilla full of Baja Blast, we could put Taco Bell out of business overnight. Like that
could.
It'd be like I could get it. I could go to Chipotle and still drink Baja Blast. Like they would get a real burrito and then a burrito full of Blast, which is just like it's just like a really like floppy cup. It's just like a really shitty chalice. of
you
Baja
just bite
Blast.
into it and just Baja Blast fucking everywhere. It's
Sometimes
like-
you have to guess which is which, and you guess wrong, and that's just the game we play.
I think I would add fresh jalapenos, actually, is one thing I would add to that menu. I'd love to have just a boatload of those in there.
Are you talking like pickled jalapenos or actual fresh?
Just
jalapenos?
straight up, yeah, fresh. They taste so good. Oh, man. But
Oh, the
bacon's good,
pop-
too, though. I
Bacon.
like
The pop
bacon
versus
idea.
soda.
Pop versus soda debate has occurred in the
It
chat.
broke out.
Oh,
in chat.
yeah,
think
I
we
was just
already had
about to say
several
something.
casualties.
Dude, it's fucking soda.
It's pop.
It's soda.
No,
It
it's
is
pop.
It's pop
It
when
is
you're
absolutely
12.
not
When you
pop.
become an
It is
adult, it's
absolute
soda.
pop.
It's soda.
No.
Like, hey, mom, can I have a pop? Like, that's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
it was when you were
It's
a kid.
delicious
And then
cola.
you grow up and
Because
you're like,
only
what?
children drink that shit.
Oh, shut up.
I
Shut up, man. I drink some Mountain Dew pop sometimes.
Don't get me
I'm
wrong.
an
I'm addicted to
adult.
Baja Blast.
I call it soda. How about soda pop? Fuck everything. There we go. Soda pop.
Soda pop.
That's
You know what we
just-
can all agree on, I think, in this stream?
Redundant.
It's not fucking all called Coke, you weird southern people.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
weird.
not
as shit.
all Coke.
Yeah,
that
that's
one kind of pisses
that
me off.
just
Could I have a
means like
Sprite
they're
Coke?
dumb.
No, you fucking can't because it's Sprite. It's
That'd
not
be
Coke.
disgusting.
Sprite
The
Coke.
only times I have ever seen someone order a Coke is when they expected to get a Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
And I think
I've
the- I
literally
think
never seen.
The assumption that people called soda Coke is when, like, from the old times where if you were ordering a soda, all they had was
This Coke.
Coke.
So you just knew you were getting a Coke.
And back
I don't
then there was
think anyone has-
cocaine in it. Going back to cocaine,
Oh my
I don't
God.
think
Which is
anyone
why
has
you
ever
wanted it.
actually,
That's what.
like,
Yeah,
called-
exactly. I mean, I would have
called
wanted it
Coke.
too, probably.
but it's like when people say whenever you're talking about this like generalization, when you say like a band-aid and you're like, oh, you mean a bandage, yada yada, which no one ever actually corrects you. But like people also always bring up like, oh yeah, some people call all tissues Kleenex. No, I've never heard anyone be like, hey, can you hand me a Kleenex? I would slap you.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard anyone call it that.
That brand is so prevalent that that's what happens. But Coke, there's so many different varieties of soda at this point. You can't just call it Coke.
The only one that's important is Faygo because I'm a juggalo.
I didn't say I did Coke. I just mean that if the first soda I ever had was Coke with cocaine in it, yeah, motherfucker, I'd probably want a lot more of that. Like, are you kidding me? You don't know Coke is in it, but you're like, Jesus, this shit is good.
I feel fucking amazing.
I need to play WoW all night. Oh,
blood coming out of my nose. Give me another goddamn Coke.
God, man, I could stay up for days with this shit. Yeah, so yeah, I probably would have loved cocaine back then, but
there are people in chat who are saying it's all Coke. You're wrong.
And that's 100% wrong.
They're saying that to be antagonistic. That is not a thing.
It is a thing.
I know it's mostly a Southern thing, and I like to think that Southerners are just really susceptible to all of the advertising that Coke churns out. Like they're so like brainwashed by all the Coke ads and all the Coke like paraphernalia and stuff that like in their eyes like Mountain Dew, like a can of Mountain Dew literally says Coca-Cola to them, and then they drink it. They're like, oh, this Coca-Cola is like awfully like awfully light tasting. It's awful fruity.
That's what
What's
I'm
up
saying.
with that?
That's what I'm saying is like there are people that might say, oh yeah, I'd like a Coke, but they expect to get a Coke. They're not calling.
Yeah.
They're not calling another soda
Cherry
Coke.
Pepsi a Coke.
Like if somebody
vanilla Coke.
If somebody visited me and I took them out to dinner and they were like, hey, can I have a Coke? And the waiter said like, oh yeah, sure, and then walked away, and they were like, dude, he didn't ask what kind of Coke I wanted. I would then make that person pay for dinner and then never speak to them again.
Someone just mentioned Band-Aids, which is a brand.
Yeah.
You don't say bandage. No one says give me a bandage.
Yeah, you say Band-Aid.
Unless you're playing DayZ or some shit. And then Jello. Jello's a good one too. No one says gelatin. Everyone says Jello.
Yeah, no one's like, give me that generic grocery store gelatin, please.
Yeah, I want to get some Jello.
When I'm bleeding profusely from a key artery, I usually reach over to somebody and say, "Can you please hand me an adhesive medical strip?" And in the time it takes
well,
me
at that point, I'm like,
then
again, why are you using Band-Aids if you're?
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, please hand me a vascular surgery. Could you please hand me one of those?
Because please hand me a life alert.
Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up. Please help.
All right, last question of the night.
This is a shot at me for my e-cig, I think.
No, it's because Fat Attack, to be fair, has been called Vape Sensei on Twitter for some time now. Fat Attack 82 writes in via email. You can email community@kbmod.com if you ever feel like asking a question on the air. I am the self-proclaimed 12-year-old vape pen smoke trick prodigy. I have spent many long hours in the lab trying to discover some truly revolutionary smoke tricks so I can win Vape Fest 2014, which if that's a real thing, Jesus Christ.
It probably is.
After discovering hundreds of tight tricks, I decided to ask my many dads if they have sweet tricks of their own. So I asked them, bros, you vape? The answer was obvious. Of course, bro. Hashtag vape life. Hashtag vape every day. We then all whipped out our Vapatron 210X2s and started showing each other our gnarly smoke tricks.
These were his father's?
Yeah. He has 52 of them. It was truly a bonding experience where the elder vape gurus could transfer their knowledge to a young vape sensei. With my father's knowledge and my natural vape expertise, I will be able to dominate this year's Vape Fest. The only problem is I have too many tricks in my arsenal, so I can't decide what trick I should wow the judges with first. So should I start out with the classic smoke ring, or should I start off with one of my new patent pending tricks? Like the 360 vape ladder stall quick inhale. Buckle up. Attack 82.
Oh my god.
All right, here's my advice. You save that one for the last because you never want to show your strats
Wait, what was the
against
question?
the low-end opponents.
He wants
Which
to know
trick
which
should he
vape
use? Should he
trick
do a
should
smoke ring or
Trick
the
does he lead
360
off
vape
with?
ladder stall quick inhale?
John memorized this shit. He's already practicing the moves.
I can already do the
Well, who
vape
do you
vape
think you
ladder
learned it
stall.
from?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
John is one of Fat Attack stats.
Yeah, that's actually
That's
true.
true.
I have no answer for this question.
I got nothing, man.
all up to you guys.
I know
Go hard
nothing.
in the paint. Show them what you have first round.
Yeah.
The rest of the competitors will be nervous because of what you've shown them in round 1, that they will be expecting something even more impressive in the later rounds, and they will
I was
choke.
gonna say, yeah, all of this depends on like the judging and the fact, like, are we talking about is there a first round and then you go quarterfinals, semifinals, like, you know, it's kind of
Brandon's,
like
like,
the
really
dunk
analytically
contest. You know,
pulling
you don't
this
show
apart.
off your best dunk at the beginning.
True.
No.
You gotta
Always
say-
make
save,
sure you
Blow your
don't go
loads too
first,
early.
too.
you save the
gotta see where your
Superman cape
competition is.
vape for the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, you
know?
don't want to go first. So this
Yeah.
like the seeding is important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we need more information.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm with John on this. I think you go 360 vape because you want to blow them out of the water. Because if you think no one else can do the 360 vape ladder stall quick inhale, then you just got to do that first, because then everyone else is demoralized at that point. Especially if you have as
true.
many tricks as you say, Mr. Vape Sensei.
Maybe
But
start
if
with
there's
something.
multiple tiers, though, then he's going to go against other people, and then if he does the same trick, they're not going to give him a 10 out of 10, because, like, you did that last time. Now it's just an 8.5.
That's
I
true.
mean,
That
yeah.
is the dunk contest philosophy. I mean, you
start
gotta-
off with a tried and true classic, one that's impressive but not something they haven't seen before, such as a fake out 360 quick toke. Then after that has gone through and you've already locked that down, wait for them to blow all their loads and they go really hard. Then you bust out the vape.
Yeah.
That's when you bust out the ladder stall.
yeah.
You put the nail in the coffin right there.
That is the stone cold stunner of vape tricks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just end it right there.
You set it up and then you knock them down with the vape.
Also, Vape Fest is a real thing. Just
Oh,
thought I'd
Jesus.
let you guys know.
Well,
Do they,
Vape me at PAX.
do they
March
just sit in the
21st
fucking
through
corner?
22nd, the DC Vape Fest.
DC Vape
Is
Fest.
deeply
DC Vape
upsetting.
Fest.
This is deeply upsetting to me. So that's it. That's it for episode 152 of the podcast.
That was the
in
weirdest
vape
question
we
I've ever
trust.
heard.
We learned a lot of shit tonight, especially about vaping, and also about downloading RAM and putting cocaine in Chipotle burritos, and how much we would all love Coke back in the
Dude,
day.
honestly.
Oh
that's
yeah,
true.
there was a lot of talk about
Or
cocaine.
not.
Most of it came from me.
Yeah, you're big into cocaine.
Yeah.
Is this a phase?
It's true.
It's California.
Cocaine's not a phase, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's just
It's just-
sitting here.
Go ahead and scroll down and check out Malice Doll, who is the one of the coordinators of Vape Fest.
All right, let me
Scroll
check this
down
out
that page,
before we
yeah.
end. Let me check this out.
Wait. Are you
Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm is at the top. I love how it's people with
This is actually a thing. Okay.
dear,
Alice Doll has
crew.
creepy baby heads on her vaporizer.
Dear God. Well, that's enough Vape Fest
can
for me.
anybody? I'm not. Never mind. I'm not even. Is that? That's not a real photograph, is that?
Yes. Yes. it is.
They literally have Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah, I was gonna say Matt Wellman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
also known as Sherlock Holmes.
So
All
He
that time
looks
I thought
like
it
the
was a
guy
fight.
off of fucking Star Trek, but
I know, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Sure, Spock Holmes. Is that what I'm looking at right now?
Yes, I don't know. Oh my god,
God.
that's the weirdest. That
The
should
one,
not
the
be
one
a thing.
below him is the
Yeah, that's my future
Baby,
wife.
the doll heads on there. That's just scary.
That's my future wife. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
she
She's
could
a
probably
goddess.
win the vape trick contest with those baby heads doing some crazy shit.
Hey, you gotta watch out. This looks like some stiff competition.
It does.
Oh.
It does.
Oh my god.
I'm stiff just thinking about it. Big thanks to Goldglove for coming out tonight. You can check him out on twitch.tv/Goldglove. And
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming out. And youtube.com/ is it Goldglove TV once again? Did it switch at some
yes,
point?
Goldglove TV.
Goldglove TV.
Goldglove is my Twitch. Goldglove TV is my YouTube.
There you go. You can go check him out there. Make sure you follow us here at KBMOD. We stream nearly every day here with various streamers. We're a community channel, so various personalities throughout the week. And, of course, the podcast every Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can see all our Twitter handles on the screen right now. I'm going to follow all of us on Twitter. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Later.
Later.
See ya.